Hello, beautiful people. Nutty's running late. No, she just doesn't know how to close the door. You close the door, please, to the lounge. Now, can you close the door to the lounge you left open? Please.
Do you need it closed?
Yes, so that Hunter's coughing doesn't. And the smell of the Vicks she just smothered him in doesn't burn my eyeballs. Sadiq with a resub. Thank you very much.
I love the smell of Vicks.
I like the smell of Vicks too, but when she's put that much on them that it burns your eyeballs when she opens the doors, it's probably a little too much.
That is the perfect amount.
If it's burning your balls, you put it in the wrong place.
Eyeballs, Baz. Eyeballs.
I'm sorry.
Not the balls.
I must have glitched slightly and didn't hear the eye part.
Yes, you did. Of course you did. But welcome to another Sunday night, guys. Thanks for joining us. I wasn't entirely sure whether I was going to stream tonight. I haven't been feeling too well. We've got a sick kid at home. I'm not feeling too good. Those of you in the Discord that taken any notice of what's happening in there would have seen Nutty's post about me almost keeling over in the kitchen this afternoon. So hopefully I'll get through tonight without passing out. Should be good. Nutty is fine though, so we're good. Whatever.
Drink plenty of water and then replace it with alcohol and you'll be right.
Just get rid of the water and drink alcohol and be fine.
Straight spirits.
I got some gin there, but that's disgusting.
That's probably what actually made you sick in the first place.
No, I only had it a little bit. I only had half a fucking nip the other night. It was all right. Probably the tonic water that made me sick. Because I hate fucking tonic water. I don't know why anyone can drink that shit, eh?
Tell them what you did to me with that bloody gin and tonic, dear.
I made a gin and tonic. Nutty doesn't drink. Just so we get the context here. Nutty doesn't drink at all. So I made the gin and tonic with the tonic water. I thought, I might as well drink it. It's here. I said, here, taste this. Not telling what was in it. Just said the tonic water. And it was pretty strong. She took a great big mouthful. And the look on her face was classic. It was so funny. It was great, wasn't it, Nutty? Oh, man. So, episode 62 this evening. I have named it Coming of Age because more than likely at some stage this evening we will make it to Alishodris' birthday party, which will be a funny event considering what I've seen in the Skype. Someone wants to wear pink fluffy boots and stuff as the way she's dressed, so that should be interesting indeed. But has anyone else got anything to say before we kick off tonight? No announcements at all? Upcoming things? As far as this channel is concerned, so as I said, the gaming is sort of going to be as and when. I have taken down the schedule because obviously I'm signed up back to the clubs. I'm on a casual basis, so I'm not, and I'm on call kind of, so I'm not sure when I'm going to be working or not working, so I can't really put a fixed schedule up. So there's no official schedule, but essentially Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday nights, cat, I will potentially be doing some gaming. There's probably going to be a lot of Call of Duty Warzone, because I want to get back into the Battle Royale and spend a bit of time honing my skills on the BR, improving on that. We may look at putting some PUBG back in there as well. Once upon a time, for those that remember back on Mixer, I was top 100 in the OC on solos and top 500 in squads and duos on PUBG, and I'm considering looking at starting that again and trying to push for those sort of stats again at some point. If not on PUBG, maybe on Warzone, because I enjoy the BR. Always have enjoyed it. Yes, I had cat food for dinner. Awesome. Yay for PUBG. Trashy, you, me, Flato, and Evil. Trashy doesn't play PUBG anymore. and I don't think Flado even has it installed anymore. No, Trashy doesn't. And Nutty, you suck. I don't know. I haven't decided on PUBG yet. I played it the other day, and it wasn't too bad. But man, I'm so not used to the weapons and bullet drop and all that sort of stuff. That's a bit rude of you, Nutty. Nothing unusual in this channel. No, I just said you suck. So I'm talking to myself this evening. Great. Awesome. Lots of fun. So, you know you've all got microphones, eh? You can speak. You don't have to type in the chat.
But it's so much more fun watching you talk to yourself.
Things I put up with.
I'm counting dice. I didn't stick them up.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Since you guys are all boring, I'm going to get into this show. Got chat's coming up. Why is chat's come up on my thing? Who's talking to me? Nobody, apparently. Interesting. Show me over chat message, but nothing's come up. That's really
In
weird.
Skype?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Bass's Be Right Back from last week.
Oh, oh, that's what it was.
Mm.
Okay then.
It popped up on my screen and I looked at it and went,
What?
Okay, Skype is catching up.
yeah, that's how bad Bass's lag is.
Wow. Anywho, so, chat and players, we shall get into last week's recap. After searching the ruins of Barefoot Keep, deciding Thorfinn was not there and it was time to head home. Once Fiala transforms into her true form once again, passengers climb aboard and homeward bound you head, deciding to head further to the south and out to sea to avoid the potential attack that you faced coming into Barefoot the couple of days prior. However, after a short time in flight, as you head out towards the ocean, two large birds swoop in and attack, one sweeping across the head of Ildri and the other attempting to pluck her passengers from the rear. From her back. Potentially the rear, who knows. But Ildri managing to avoid the attack, turning and hovering for a moment, releasing her paralyzing breath weapon, which both of them fail to avoid, and both plummet to their deaths for about 2,000 feet, each taking over 350 points of bludgeoning damage as they turn into red mist and feathers as they hit the ground beneath the large Drake and her passengers. Carrying on out over the ocean, a couple of interesting moments as one of the passengers decides wants to have a look at the ships below. A couple of barrel rolls almost sent that passenger falling to her death. Some quick thinking from the rest of the group managed to hold her in her place. Luckily. The rest of the trip went uneventfully as you came into a landing and returned to the city proper. As you return to the city, however, you notice that the defences of Vallon City proper have now increased somewhat over the last few days. The gates are now secured with large chains and locks. More ballista are appearing on the city walls. The guards are more vigilant and diligent on their watch. Gaining entry into the city, some of you head in to talk to Coram, while Nomaris and Sadiq head off to attend to their own errands. Nomaris you have headed off to the temple to spend some time praying to Helm and for guidance. You remained there for the evening, and that's we'll get to you at a certain point during the point, but that's where you are currently, is at the Temple of Helm. Sadiq headed off to secure a gift for Alishodris, and then eventually joined the others as they spoke to Corum. Corum informed you of the progress of the city and the preparations for the upcoming attack, informing you that several small raiding parties have been attacking the city walls, seemingly to test the city's defences. Nothing too serious, nothing that hasn't been able to be repelled. There was discussions about Thorfey and potentially what was happening there, and also an invitation was extended to birthday celebrations as well. Corum offering to pay for the food and drink for the evening. After all that was completed, a trip into town was taken. Tabards were discussed and ordered. A special one ordered for Alishodris by Het after everyone else had left. A red dress and shoes, matching shoes, was purchased also. And other things talked about and discussed further on. Later on that evening, before heading to bed, Het sat and used the newly found scrying eye to scry on Thorfey and see if he could find out or understand where he might be. He saw a campfire. He saw what looked like it possibly a forested area. Wasn't 100% sure. It was just outside of the focus of the scry. The scry then shifted and he was looking into Thorfey's face. Looking well travelled, and in a moment Thorfey's eyes turned up towards its point of view, looking him directly in the eyes. He then asks, "Who is spying on the great Thorfey? I wonder if it is friend or foe." And then instantly, with a snap of his fingers, dispelling the scrying spell, ending the scry. The next morning, coffee and toast and breakfast had been had. Special coffee had been served early to the rest of the group, and mead for Sadiq, who turned his coffee down. But as you all came down, Alishodris wasn't feeling too shit hot. She had a bit of a rumbly stomach, but seemed okay. Essentially now, and the toast. Yes, the toast, slightly burnt. It was so charred around the edges. Sadiq managing to scrape off most of the burnt bits and eating it anyway. Some of you avoided it altogether. But breakfast being had, coffee and that being drunk.
Blame me. You can't blame me for that.
You're not there, so shush your face. And don't start talking until you've actually unmuted your microphone. We then rejoin our group now as you are ending your breakfast for the morning. And we will start that particular session with Alishodris. I need you to make another Constitution saving throw for me, this time at disadvantage.
Where's the toilet?
What was your roll?
I got 11.
An 11. Yes, unfortunately, Alishodris, your stomach starts to rumble quite badly. You get that pain in the pit of your bowels, just on the belt line, right in the base of your stomach. And yeah, you know you need to go, and you need to go now. So you do whatever you need to do to get to the ablutions block, which is at the back of the
toilet. Something.
You know where it is.
I go straight there.
Yeah. Without a word, Alishodris stands and hardly leaves the eating area, heading for the latrine in that general direction.
Oh, I hope she's okay. It just says that out loud at the table.
I hope it's nothing all of us ate. Was it the toast? Do you think it was the toast, Sadiq?
No, I don't think it was the toast.
You're not there, no, Maris.
Oh, I'm still not there. Okay.
Where is Namaris today?
She's still at the temple.
Oh, she's at the temple, that's right.
I did say that before.
Just on the quiet, you guys.
I didn't hear.
I slipped Ellie a bit of something just to, just as a bit of a joke.
Oh,
What? Did you slip Ellie?
Well, I thought if we're going to give her a party, she would need to be cleaned out good and proper so she can have all the extra drinks. So I went to the local, I guess you would call him like a witch doctor. You know those plague doctors with the big beaky things? A real cool mask, that guy. Anyhow, I asked him for something that, just could clean out the bowels.
I just bought her a beautiful silk red dress. It's
Well,
gonna be a mess.
She's not wearing it now, right?
How long does that take effect?
Oh, I think he said after about an hour it would kick in, and I think it would last like half a day or something. It's not too bad.
Oh, so just one little dose is just a half an hour. Okay.
Oh, well, I mean, I gave her half a bottle. I still have half a bottle.
What?
Oh.
What?
I thought it would be good, just to be honest. She pranked me good last time, and it was time for payback. When she least expects it, I said, and I waited till she least expects it. At least it's not on her birthday, right?
I'll go find a medicine kit.
Oh, it'll
could,
blow
like-
over. Blow over.
She could blow herself to death, though. She could literally.
Everyone roll perception except for
Die.
Alishodris and
Yeah.
Neymaris.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Ah.
Was that perception?
Perception, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That is. I got plus 10 perception. Holy cow! That's 21.
Sadiq?
I got an 8.
An 8. So, unfortunately, and I mean this sincerely, unfortunately, Fiela, you're the only one that catches the smell
Oh.
before anyone else even realizes what's happening. The latrine is not an exterior latrine in the guild house. The guild house is quite relatively been remodeled over the past years, and it has indoor latrines, which are on the outside wall, but they are on the interior of the guild house. And unfortunately, the smell of that is wafting from that general direction right now is very unpleasant.
Head. Oh.
Oh, are you okay?
Just
I didn't put any in your cup.
And
No,
it is about this point that the rest of the guild house is now very aware of the smell that is now emanating throughout the guild house.
Oh, she's gonna need a few rounds of prestidigitation.
I'm gonna go hide her dress. I'll be back.
Did you get a canner agent to the agent that you got?
Oh, I figured I'd just hit it with a lesser resto. If it comes to it, if it was too bad. I had that all in mind.
Yeah.
I would imagine by this point you would probably hear Alishodris in a certain amount of mild discomfort as she explosively evacuates her nether regions.
Hit goes over and knocks on the door.
As you approach the ablutions area, the smell just gets stronger, and it's not pleasant at all, even for you, Hit. You're struggling with it.
This is
Reminds you of the
my
sewer.
pants before a shower.
Reminds you of the first time you all went into the sewer. Hit was not able to handle it very well then, and it is very, 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 very similar. But the sounds of grunting and groaning and the splattering of dirty water coming from inside are unmistakable.
Hey, Allie, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Is it? I mean, if I I can just play a song outside the door and give you a hand fix this maybe.
I'm good. It's good.
You need to stay hydrated, hun. I can cast shape water and put it under the door if you want.
I don't think that'll work.
I mean, I've got a spell that would fix this, but I need to touch you.
That's what he said. Never mind.
Can't you get your little friend to do it for you instead?
Actually, you are correct. Killick, come here. Killick
Hell
comes
no!
out. Killick, I'm going to touch you with a spell here. And Hit holds up Scully and he says, Mother of mercy, cure what ails. And he touches Killick and he says, can you just poof out and poof back into Allie, touch Allie on the back of the head, close your eyes and hold your breath, and deliver this restoration, please.
And he does exactly that. Disappears in a little bit of a poof, and Ellie, there's a little bit of a poof of arcane energy right next to you, and Killick touches you on the forehead, delivers the lesser restoration, which instantly relieves your current condition, and then poofs out. And as he poofs back to you, Hit, you can see his eyes are bloodshot. He must have taken a breath in. He's not looking well at all.
Oh, Killick,
Has a
that
very
looks
sad look on his face indeed.
like you weren't supposed to eat anything.
I think you need to cast Lesser Restoration on Galek now.
Sorry, Killick, back to the void.
And he just pops
And he
Killick.
disappears.
I actually feel sorry for that thing. I don't know why it would come back.
Yeah, well,
He doesn't really have a
he won't
choice.
come back to a smelly zone. I will talk to him later. We'll wash it over. Killick likes a good feed.
Mhm.
Anyway, let's walk back to the tables. Maybe we should go outside, because it's smelly in here.
The smell remains because the evacuation is still present, but Alishodris, you feel a whole lot better instantly. Your explosive evacuation ceases. You take a few moments to compose yourself. When she does emerge, however, when she does rejoin you guys, there is a thick amount of sweat across her brow. She looks like she's been through a bit of an ordeal.
I think you need a bath. And that's not really, I think that's more of a, you need to go have a bath. Kind of now.
I just went in there to have a
Go.
crap. Okay.
I'll make you a nice tea for your tummy when you get back.
Do you go and bathe?
Yes.
So, Alishodris excuses herself and heads off to go clean herself up. It is about this time that Nemaris returns from the temple, about mid-morning-ish. Nemaris, you're feeling a little better than you did the day before. You were concerned about Thorfinn and disappointed that you couldn't find him. But you spent the evening with the clerics of the temple and the Paladin Order, who did extend to you the invitation to rejoin the Order of Helm if you so wished. And you are more at peace with what's going on. You know that you're still obviously wanting to find Thorfinn and at least find out what's happened to him. But you're just a lot more centered now than what you were before, and a bit more focused on the task at hand.
Hey everybody, how are you?
Oh, I missed you. Don't go praying that long next time. I got you the thing you wanted me to get you.
You don't need to mute. You're in the next room.
Oh,
Just remember, if you're going to be doing other things, you need to mute. This was the reason we moved you to the next room.
shh. That's right. Thanks, Shayla. How much do I owe you for that?
Oh, it's fine. You'll get me something later. Don't worry.
Awesome. She's gonna like this.
Oh, yeah, it might be a little smelly in here because Ellie had
By this stage, Lionel has come out and the look on his face was classic. It's like almost vomiting in his mouth. He's opened up the main doors. He's gotten Seth to open up the rear doors, the upstairs windows, and it still stinks, but nowhere near as bad.
Sorry, Lionel.
Does anyone have a prestidigitation or something? What happened? This is terrible.
I have prestidigitation.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That, but I did tell Ellie not to go with those 4 sailors. It wasn't good for her, but she did anyway.
Wait, what? Oh, no, I don't want to know. Never mind.
Anyway,
You may not, but I certainly do. What happened?
And by this time, Lionel, he turns around and heads for his office and it's like, yeah, he doesn't want to know anything.
Hit walks around the room singing, "You've got a bad smell, it can go to hell, it's prestidigitation." And he just sort of clears up what he can.
It takes you a few goes, but you manage to get most of it. It's still hanging in the air, but it's nowhere near as bad. It's bearable. Every now and again, you sort of, as you're discussing it, you get that just a little bit of a strong whiff sort of just passes through your nose, and it sort of just leaves again almost as quickly, but it's enough to make you go, oh wow.
I think
What
I got
did you
the
do?
most. What did I do?
What did you do? What did you do, Het?
Well, I pre-ordered everyone coffee, and then I tipped some of this, and he holds up a little bottle, in Ellie's coffee to clean her stomach out.
And he holds there's no label on the bottle. It's just got a skull and crossbones on it.
Oh right, okay. I giggled to myself. Can I just have the rest of that bottle, please, Het? Put my hand out for it.
Yeah, Hit's frozen. He's back.
He's back.
No.
Please?
What for?
Just cause?
And yes. Hit puts it back into his bag. He says, "I actually have some news for you. I used Scully last night. Not like that. But this little eye thing here,
Yeah.
it allowed me to see something."
Okay. Something
Hit
interesting?
turns to Fiala and says, "Fiala, can you explain to us what you were doing last night?"
Do we want to know?
No, I'm kidding. It's just a joke. No, I scryed on Thorfey just to see if I could find where he was again. Well,
And?
for the first time, and I got him.
And? Do we know where
Well,
he is?
It's tough. He was going to my notes. He was sitting in front of a campfire and a cooking pot. He was cooking for himself, and he was in a dark cloak. And it was evening where he was, but it wasn't where we were. So there's some sort of time differential. So either he's in a complete other place or maybe another plane. Either way, where he was, it was a bit later, I guess. There was forestry everywhere, but unfortunately that was all I could muster. However, he is still alive, if this scry is to be believed.
That's good to hear. So we might just at some point be able to find him. That would be great. Hopefully.
And
Well,
then,
He'll just come home.
well, the next thing was weird. Then he looked up, and I can only assume this scrying orb thing. I thought he saw me, and then he said something like, "Who is this? Blah, blah, blah," snapped his fingers, and suddenly the scry finished. He ended it prematurely.
He's very good at doing things like that.
Is he now?
Just, well, if he thinks somebody's spying on him, I guess that's his thing. He'd
Okay.
stop it.
So I guess he couldn't tell it was me, unfortunately.
But that's interesting. It's good to know.
So what do you want my laxative for?
If I tell you, I might have to kill you.
I'll pass. And no, you can't have it.
Oh, please, just a couple of drops.
Let me think about it for a while.
There might be someone in the barracks that I might want to prank.
Oh man, that's a great idea. And he gets it out and hands it to her.
She puts it in her bag.
Is it that big bitch that upset you last time in the fight arena?
Wouldn't it just be funny if we were fighting again and all of a sudden she just had to run off? Olga.
Oldham. Volder Grim.
Oh, Volder.
Volder Grim.
Grim, that's right. Miss Grim
Yeah.
might be feeling quite grim next time I sue her. Sue her even.
Is that,
See.
I mean, if you do that, that's not really a fair fight though, is it?
Okay, she might be feeling a bit grim after I fight her.
Vulva Grim. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What happens if you are fighting and she has the upper hand and then has you in like a mounted position or something and then boom, her bow gives way?
Oh, that wouldn't be pleasant at all. I'll
Okay.
find a way.
Good to know. Hit is going to head off now. I have some shopping to do. Anyone want to join?
Yeah, come along. I've actually got something I need to buy.
Excellent. Boys, stay out then.
Do we have everything we need for Ali's party later?
I think the catering's actually been organised by someone.
Or
Corn.
Yeah,
But-
go on.
Outside of that, don't know. Is there anything else we need? I got Ali a gift.
Do we have those big frogs that we can blow up and hang? You know, balloon frogs?
Frogs.
Do we need to catch some of this, or?
Yeah,
That
when you
might
put
be-
your lips on them, they make you go all starry-eyed.
No, you blow them up. They get really big and then you can just hang them up and like decorations.
No.
Right, well I'm gonna go out and hunt some of those then.
I
Okay.
love my players creating creatures in my world without telling me.
Does that mean I get to change into one?
I think someone borrowed something from a movie she saw one time.
I think so.
It was Shrek.
It was indeed. But I'll allow it. It was kind of funny.
But yeah.
And funnily enough, Neymaris knows exactly where to find them. Was her favourite pastime as a child. Blowing up frogs and then shooting them out of the sky with a crossbow.
And that's exactly what I'm gonna go and do right now. Did you want to come with me, Fiela?
Sure.
Alishodris is in the bathhouse. By this time, you probably would have cleaned yourself up and returned, Ali. Catching the tail end of this conversation.
Ellie, do you want to chase frogs for your birthday celebration?
No.
Such a stick in the mud, isn't she?
Do you have plans?
So, where'd everybody go?
Het and Sadiq are gone. They've gone shopping. It's just the girls left.
Yeah, we're going out to look for decorations. You want to come? Or are you get busy? You're busy.
I'm busy.
No.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm busy.
I didn't know about the head thing, so you know.
Head thing? What head thing?
Nothing.
What did head do to me?
I mean the present that he's got for you. He's got a present for you. I gotta go. These frogs are not gonna.
Perception versus perception.
Shit. I forgot all about that.
I think you'll just dropped you in it.
You don't say.
13.
13. What's your perception, Trash?
Oh, fuck, I'm going to wipe Ellie's mind.
You agree? What did head give me?
That doesn't mean I have to say the truth,
You
right?
don't. Well, you don't.
No.
She knows
He
you're
just-
lying, but
Oh, hell yeah. I got a 29.
she knows you're lying. I mean, you can continue to lie if you wish. She knows that you're not telling the truth, though.
Does it have anything to do with this bottle?
Nope. Nope.
Bottle? What bottle?
Nope. I need that. Namaris, thank you for giving me that from my daily constipation. You know,
Oh, right. Okay,
You
no,
know,
right, fine.
changing
yeah,
into
sorry.
a bear is very tough on the,
Bowels.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't do your digestion any good.
So,
Ali, let's go and find some nice vines that we can hang out around the place as well. And I will show you this place. You've got to try these frogs. They're so much fun. As I put my arm around her and lead her out of the thing, she didn't have a choice.
She does have a choice.
I'm gonna manhandle her out.
Okay. Strength versus strength. That's if you're trying to resist, Alishodris.
Oh, am I going?
Well, it's up to you.
Okay.
If you want to do, if you
Are
want to
you putting
resist,
this thing
it's
or
strength
what?
versus strength.
And away I go.
I only rolled a 14.
A natural one. So Alishodris doesn't resist. As Namaris puts her arm around and grabs her shoulder and squeezes rather firmly and walks her out the door towards the western side of the city.
While I'm doing this, I'm kind of looking over my shoulder at Fiona going, what?
While they're doing this, I'm still trying to find out what did Het do to me.
You made you a nice cup of coffee from what I've been told. Breakfast?
That's sly.
Isn't he so wonderful, though? I mean,
He spiked my drink, didn't he?
I don't know about. I'm gonna turn into a raven and fly. I'll meet you there, Namaris. Poof.
I look at Ali and I'm like, nah, he wouldn't do that to you.
Yes, he would.
Why?
Alishodris' perception roll with Fiona before. He knows. Alishodris knows something is not up. Definitely hit did something because Fiala's lying was terrible.
It was probably the
She
eggs.
just
Did
flew
you have
off.
eggs?
Yeah, I mean, even Namaris, you're not overly convincing yourself to be honest. So,
I could be quite intimidating if I wanted to be, though.
Oh, I'm gonna get him back.
so with that, you guys head out to the western gate.
Couldn't.
The guards allow you out, and you tell them what you're up to, and the guard, most of the guards here have done the same thing. There's a bit of a swamp, a small river and a swamp on the western side of the city, where you know that these particular frogs that you're looking for are quite rampant, and you'll also be able to find the vines that you're looking for in that area as well. I'll need you to make a nature check to find the particular vines that you need.
I rolled a 10.
The vines aren't exactly hard to find, so 10's pretty much all you needed for it. It takes you a lot longer than usual, though, to find them, but you do find them eventually, and you cut a number of lengths of vines down, roll them up like rope, and they've got leaves and stuff on them, so they will look kind of cool strung up around the guild house. Once you get to the swamp, however, I'll need you both to roll a dexterity check for me because of the difficult terrain. It is swampy and marshy, and the frogs aren't slow, so it's going to take a little bit to catch them. So I need a dex check from you both and an animal handling check as well.
19 for dex. And 11 for animal handling.
Alishodris?
Uh, 23 for Dex.
And your animal handling?
Nat 20, by the way.
Nice.
And
Critical success!
9 for animal handling.
9 for animal handling.
Because this is the first time I've done it, so
It is.
I agree.
So, you're both pretty dexterous out in the swampland. And Maris, you've been out here several times, so you know where to stand, that you're not going to fall into get stuck in the marsh. Alishodris, you're a lot lighter on your feet and are able to generally get the idea from what Namaris is given instruction for. Catching the frogs, however, Namaris, you've done it before, so you don't find it too difficult to catch a few, and you use a piece of the vine to tie up the legs so they don't get away. You don't do it in such a way that it's harmful to them. You know that they blow up quite big naturally anyway, so you know it's not going to hurt them. You catch about a half a dozen, which you think might be alright, and Ellie, it takes you a little bit longer. The first few get away. You're quick, but they're a little bit slimy, and they do puff up a bit when you grab them, so it was kind of hard to grapple them. But after about an hour or so, you guys managed to catch a dozen of these frogs, and are able to return to the city with a reasonable haul. Fiala, I get the impression that you probably wouldn't join them straight away, and you're out flying up above them, feeling a little bad about dropping head in it. You do eventually join them. By the time you join them, they have almost completed their task. I would assume that you'd be a little concerned about the safety of these frogs, and probably have inquiries for Namaris as well. Because the handling of them doesn't look too nice, the way that they're catching them. So you're probably a little bit standoffish and probably don't get involved in that aspect of it. The vine server you have had a hand in finding and retrieving. Although even the plucking and cutting of the vines as a druid and being of nature is not something that you like to do. How you deal with that is up to you.
Okay. And you broke up a little bit at the end, so. But yeah, so.
Damn microphone.
Yeah, your microphone at the end. You were good until the little end. Oh, I'll come out of wild shape and join them. Okay, guys, I'm here. Maybe I guess we should wait till last minute. Maybe like decorate with some flowers and stuff too. You think?
That sounds like a good idea.
I'm just along for the ride. How do you catch these so damn easily?
Years of practice.
Okay.
You're gonna we are letting them go after, right? Or did they die?
Well, I've only ever caught them to blow them up and shoot at them before, so they usually died. But I'd guess that they blow up quite naturally anyway, so they'll still live as long as we throw water at them occasionally, I'm guessing, DM.
Roll a nature check. Yeah.
$17.
Yeah, they tend to survive outward. You don't need to keep them wet. They're pretty hardy animals. But you don't want to keep them inside the guild house for too long with torches and things like that going, because that will dry them out and eventually kill them.
Frog's legs for dinner. Nope, I didn't say that out loud. No, they'll be fine just as long as we put them up late and then take them down early-ish.
Okay.
A party where people are going to be drinking, getting pissed, passing out. Yeah.
I'll get somebody to remember to take them down. She smiles. I hope. Is it Lionel?
Well, you should know.
Left.
Actually, no, you probably wouldn't, because he's new here for Namaris. Yes, Lionel.
I'll talk to Lionel.
He's technically your boss, so
I'll ask him nicely. Who's the
Seth,
Seth? That's right. I'll talk
take
to
notes.
Seth.
Write
I
it down.
did. I think I threw them out.
Okay, well then there's pointless taking them if you're going to throw them away. Anywho, we'll leave you ladies out in the swamp and head back into town with the boys. So Het and Sadiq, where are you guys off to?
Where are you planning on heading, Sadiq?
I need to get some modifications done to my outfit for because I put on a couple of pounds. Yeah.
Sadiq got fat.
I too am
It's
also.
a little bit tighter than I remember it being.
Oh, that's good. I was going to pick up the tabards, so probably a similar place, maybe.
Yeah, I just need modifications done.
All right. At the same time, I guess I'll be picking up my suit for Ali's birthday.
Are you getting the tailor to make your suit as well?
Yes, correct.
Okay, cool.
I too have put on a few extra pounds.
Doesn't look like it.
Oh, you flatter me.
No, it just doesn't look like it.
They,
You hold your
They say-
you hold your scales well.
they say all this white is slimming. Okay, so I guess we'll go to the tailors, the clothes workers first. Her name was like somewhere in my book right here.
Joyce was her name. Joyce Argett.
And heads first.
Be back. There he is.
And he's back.
Perfect timing. We're off to see the Joyce.
Oh, the Joyce?
Oh, Joyce. Joyce is her name.
Okay. Go see the Joyce.
So we hear
Still a little quiet, Adam, but just even if you just speak up a little bit.
Yeah.
You're very softly spoken, sir. It's hard for people to hear you.
Yeah, I know.
So, off to see the Joyce, to the wonderful Joyce you go. Follow the brown brick road. Or brown dirt road, as the case may be. It doesn't take you long. I mean, you've obviously been there before. You the tabards probably aren't quite ready yet. It's only been a day,
Oh, yes.
but you can place any other orders you wish to go with that order. I mean, a suit that you're looking for would definitely only take a day to make anyway. So you get to Joyce's store. She's there, pretty much the same as she was the last time you came in. She's sorting out a package to send out. Looks like she's wrapped up some clothing in brown paper, tied up some string, and she's placed a bit of a card with a name on it and put it to one side as you enter the store. And she says, "Oh, g'day. Welcome back. If you're here for your order, you're a little early.
Oh, no.
A couple of
It's
days. Are you here for more? Perhaps?
Yeah, just me and my friend here. Have a couple of things. Sadiq, you tell her what you're after, buddy.
I'm just after, and I pull out a package which has the suit in it. Alterations to the suit to fit me how I am now.
Oh, of course. So you have, shall we say, buffed up a bit since you last wore it.
It's been a while. Yes.
Right. Okay. If you would please remove your armor so I can get a proper measurement.
In just the undergarments type.
Oh, so you're not wearing your armor?
Yeah, not wearing my armor.
Okay, cool. So
all my weapons except the dagger.
Okay, cool. So she asks you to put your arms up and stand with your legs slightly apart, and she takes the measurement from armpit to wrist, then the measurement from armpit to waist, around your chest, around the top part of your waist, tops of your legs, your inseam from crotch to ankle, and then from the back of the shoulder to the lower of your back, and just writes all these things down and says, "Oh, that should be about it. It should only take a day, so you'll be right to return tomorrow sometime tomorrow afternoon. And alterations such as this, it's a fine suit too, sir. It shouldn't take too much at all. About 6 gold should cover it. Extra fabric and stitching.
Are you able to launder it as well?
Of course. Let's say 7 gold for an extra gold for the laundering.
All right. I'll give her 8 gold.
Oh, well, thank you very much. And for you, Mr. Het, the tabards are coming along nicely, as per request. The special order will take a little longer, but it's coming along.
Excellent. Last time I was here, I saw a nice suit on a dummy, I'm sure. It had a high collar and a nice long cape.
Oh, yes. I'll be right back. And she wheels out a dressing dummy with the suit that you had noticed. She had put it at the back and was making some alterations to it. And to come back, and it's pretty much the same as you saw it. It's the tails are a little longer than what they were previously. Double-breasted sort of jacket, but still pretty much the same.
That's wonderful. Can you tailor that to fit me?
Of course. And are you wearing your armor, Het?
Yes, Het will have to take his off.
Okay, so she asks you politely if you wouldn't mind removing your armor so we can get a proper measurement.
So
I'll help him so he gets out of it quicker.
Okay, so it only takes a few, normally 5 minutes, so half that time with aid to wrestle yourself out of your armor. And
as we're doing that, Het says, to go with the suit, I'm going to need a nice fancy pair of boots.
Of course.
Grey spandex pants, something really tight and huggy.
I'm not sure what spandex is, but stretchy material. I think we can find something that will accommodate.
Kind of like a dress. I think that's what he's looking for. Like a dress.
No, pants that hug really tight to the shape of my body.
We can. We do have this material. And she pulls out a material. It's not unlike cotton, a lot thinner, but it does have some stretch in it. It's not like super stretchy, but she thinks it'll serve the purpose.
Excellent. And a fancy pair of boots to suit it in the same colour, and I'm a happy man. Happy Dragonborn male.
So the boots, I can talk to the cobbler a couple of we can order that for you.
Yes.
I can estimate the cost, but it may be 5 or 6 gold either side. So the suit with the alterations and the pants will cost about 12 or 13 gold.
Okay, I will give you 20 and that will cover any extra, right?
That should cover the boots as well. The boots should only be about 6 or 7 gold for the pair, roughly.
Nope.
So you are fine to put your armor back on if you wish. As I say, I'll get my staff to work on this immediately, and we should have it for you tomorrow afternoon. If you need it any faster than that, please drop by and let us know, and we'll work through the evening. But
we're safe for a day or so, I think, aren't we, Sadiq?
I think we're 2 days away.
I
believe. I could be wrong.
No, I'm pretty sure that was it.
Yeah, I think we're 2 days. I think we're 2 days. Yeah.
Males,
4.
us males aren't
4 days.
4 days, yeah.
Yeah. Look, we could be 4 hours away from it.
That's right. These two aren't overly intelligent, so that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I say we should have it done for you ready in plenty of time.
Excellent. So Het hands over 20 gold.
Thank you very much.
Sadiq, where's your next port of call?
I think that's actually it.
Have you bought something for Allie already?
Yes. I picked up something yesterday for her.
Oh, what did you get?
Just something to attach to the harness that she's already got to hold the bow.
Ah,
Because
sweet.
the bow doesn't have a string, so how else is she going to hold it unless she's holding it in her hand all the time? Although she could use it to find traps instead of just walking into them.
That's true.
I didn't think
Well, my next port of call would be a jeweler's shop, and then probably something where you can get like her tools of her trade. So I got 2 places to go. DM, it's up to you. You might want to cut to the girls.
Yes, you've been to the jeweler before. You've dealt with her.
Okay.
and I can't remember her name offhand. I'm just trying to find it in my notes. But for sake of the story and moving along, you've dealt with it before. Whatever you're wishing to purchase, all you need to do is give me a description of it, and we can...
Yep. Het wants one necklace made of pearls.
Pearl necklace? Of course.
And one pearl on its own worth 100 gold, please.
Not a problem. So total, we'll say 200 gold all up.
Excellent.
I have written notes, Drax, you smart shit.
It's finding them in the notes.
It's just finding the names in my notes. So I've got heaps of names and what they do, so...
The jeweler's name was Maggie,
I think it was too.
because I liked her a lot.
Either
And
Maggie
isn't
or
that-
Margaret.
Was it Maggie? And she's the dwarf that's got.
Yes, and
That's
she had
right,
a
she's
crush
the
on
dwarf that
she had
has
a
the crush on
Het.
Het.
Yeah.
That's right,
What?
yes. It is
Maggie.
It is Maggie, you're quite right.
Wake up, Maggie.
Female.
I'm pretty sure I've got it here somewhere over the rainbow.
There's actually a program which the auntie found,
Numbers.
which actually would really help you for your next home brew. 'Cause
Yeah,
you type in where you are, and like you just say type in jeweler, and it'll bring up all your jewelers.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to look for something like that. It definitely would be, because I've got notes all over the place for
Yeah.
different NPCs and like in columns,
Yeah.
in margins, and all sorts. There we go, Maggie the jeweler. I knew she
Yeah.
was in here somewhere.
I think the Great GM or Greater GM or something like that, he was actually talking about it. Well, I was looking at it. It's got, you can do maps, everything.
Cool.
like
I'll have a
full
look at it.
wiki in it. It's really
Amelia
good.
dies on Wednesday. Yeah, totally. Anyway, yes. So Maggie the jeweler.
Right.
So about
and
200,
that is
about
the-
200, and about 200 gold even. We'll say for that.
Okay.
He
hands over the gold.
Yeah. So you won't
Sadiq,
have any
is there
problems.
anything you want from here?
No.
Okay.
No.
And the only other place I need to go is somewhere where it maybe would sell tools of Ellie's trade.
For thieves' tools, you're gonna find it hard to find a store that sells that kind of tool, because they are not something that is generally easily come by. Most thieves either make them themselves or they get them through the Thieves Guild. You could potentially try and get hold of Garrick. He would be your best bet to possibly find such a tool set. Or you could, no such thing as locksmith, dude. Not in my world. A blacksmith may be able to help you if you had a set that you could show them. They may be able to replicate, possibly.
I think I'll get a hold of Garrick. If that's the case, it would go to a store of books, a library or something.
Library.
That sells
So,
books.
yeah, there's a couple of bookstores that sell stuff for writing books, like ink, paper, quills, all that sort of stuff. As far as a library is concerned, the Arcanus is generally the only library in Volant. There's not really a place that is like a seller of books in that regard. Storybooks, definitely. Nothing short of sort of that.
Okay, I'll head to the Arcanus. Sadiq, you're coming to the Arcanus.
Yeah. Why not?
All right. You might like this, what I have planned.
Oh, okay. Is there something evil against?
There's something
Ellie?
nefarious that's bound to be fucking...
DM, if it's quite alright, I'm taking a bit of time here. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
no,
want to
go
jump
for
to the
it.
others and see.
This is all...
Yeah,
this
all
is
good?
all RP, means all RP.
All good. It's not too bad.
All right, Arcanus. Who's in charge here today?
Arwen is the new steward of the Arcanus. You have spoke with him before.
That's Arwen the man. That's right, not Arwen the elf.
Exactly. Arwen the male elf.
Arwen, my good friend. I have some queries for you.
Oh, good morning, Het and Sadiq. Of course. What are we able to assist you with this day?
Well, I'm gonna have to head up the old... Never mind. Anyway, some scrolls. I'm after some scrolls. I want scrolls or books on something that I can keep or buy on how to disarm traps and how to pick locks.
Not something that we would normally carry, I'm afraid. We
Where
do
would I
not,
get
we
this?
not, we do not condone the. The disarming of traps. We might be able to find something for you, but the picking of locks, obviously, is against the law. So we do not really wish to sell or give away that kind of material. But
Disarming of traps is definitely up there in the list of things to get.
one moment.
Finding and disarming.
Oh,
More on
even
the
better.
More on
Disarming
the
of traps,
finding.
definitely. I mean, finding and disarming of traps. I think we might have something. Just give me one moment. And he motions over to a young acolyte, another looks like a late teens human young man, little ginger man, little ginger, comes over, and he sort of whispers something to him, and he nods and takes off, goes up the spiral staircase up to the second level, and about 30 minutes later, he returns with a stack. There's 3 or 4 books and a couple of scrolls. The book on the top is The Art of Trap Finding, by an author. Gotta find a name here. Where's my name list? I'm not normally ready for this. I normally have it. Names. NPC names. Here we go. So the author of this book is Finny Marja.
Okay.
Which it's written in quite fine text. The second book, he says, oh, here you go. I found this one, and then there's this one here, which is Traps for Dummies. By
Yes, that's exactly what I had written in my book.
By the author Sinwa Throda, which is CWYNA THRODA. And it says this bottom one probably not much good. It's just, again, another trap finding skills and everything you should know. It's just it's sort of an assortment of different skills. We have a couple of scrolls here. I mean, this scroll is actually a scroll of trap finding. It's a one-use thing, but it will give you the location of certain traps in certain areas. And this scroll is looks like it's almost like a pictogram, almost like a children's scroll, really, on how to find a trap. What it shows you, unscroll it, and it's just a series of sort of step-by-step pictures on how to find a trap. No words, just it's like a pictorial.
That one might be perfect as well.
I agree. Sadiq, we were thinking on the same lines, I guess.
Yeah. And see how none of these pictures actually have the person finding the trap tied to somebody else.
That's amazing. I never thought you could do it without it.
Yeah. It is possible.
It is indeed. And one last thing, Owen.
Of course.
Would you... I mean, you guys do potions here, right?
We deal with spells, mostly. You would have to visit the alchemist for potions, but we do store some here.
Spells on scrolls? Yes. Maybe you've given us a spell of... Well, I'm going to purchase the spell of trap finding. What about one of luck? Say a one-use luck. This person which giving these presents to is very unlucky.
Yes, we can. I can write that one up for you right now. It'll take me a few moments if you would like to take a seat.
That would be lovely.
And he disappears for about 5 or 10 minutes, comes back and is blowing on a scroll. You can see he's shaking some form of powder over it and blowing the ink dry. And hands it over to you, and he says, "This would be a three-use scroll. It'll give you the chance to cast the level 1 luck spell three times before it will expend its use."
Awesome. Allie would love this. What do I...
Total cost would be... Let's see, you're wanting the picture scroll, the traps for dummies.
Yes.
And the find trap scroll and the scroll of luck.
Excellent, yes.
So, scroll of luck, since it's you, we say 100 gold for the scroll of luck, 50 gold for the trap finding scroll, and 50 gold each for the books. 50 gold total for the books, sorry. So total 250 gold pieces. Should cover everything.
That sounds excellent. I shall give you 250 gold pieces right now.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure doing business with you.
It is taking some weight out of my pockets, let me tell you. All right. On the way back, he would grab some wrapping paper for these things, or brown paper just to look like ration packs.
Pretty much. He's not really such thing as wrapping paper in the realms. I mean, there is fancier paper than just your plain brown parchment paper, but...
No, brown is fine.
So with that, you start to head back towards the guild. As does the ladies. You are heading on your way back as well. Is there anything you guys wish to discuss on your way back to the guild house?
Do we have to get dresses as well, Nutty? I mean, Mars? Sorry, I saw nuts on the tree. I'm very focused. I'm really hungry. Do we have to get, do you think? Because we did I got Allie something, but...
You got Allie something? Did you get anything for yourself? Because I know we definitely need boots to go with my outfit and maybe something to go with the on top.
Well, I guess we should run over to see Joyce, maybe.
That sounds like
it's
a
too
plan.
late.
But I think we also maybe get you something to eat as well, because, you know, seeing nuts and
Yeah, those
thinking
nuts are
about
really...
them.
Yeah, they're on my brain.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's just, should we go to the local stall and get your bag?
Yes.
Bag of nuts on
I
the
love
way
a bag
to
of nuts,
lunch.
yes.
Sweet. Loving it.
Alright.
Get your
I'll
nuts
do
here. Great big salted nuts.
I'm going
Chocolate
back to
covered.
the guild house.
Oh, can we give you the vines and the frogs then? Can you just make sure that they're looked after properly, please, Allie?
Yeah. I'll take the vines. Don't know what I'm meant to do with the frogs. What are you meant to do with these frogs?
Put
I'll
them in
take the
water.
frogs. They're meant to stay.
Ribbit.
Lionel will
Ribbit.
know what to do with them.
I'll leave you with the frogs then.
Okay.
All right. We're going to Joyce really quick.
Right, so you head off. You leave Ellie to head back towards the guild house with the vines, and I would say somewhere along the line, you guys would have probably crossed paths. You guys heading towards Joyce's, and the boys coming back from the Arcanus.
Hey. We're crossing paths now.
Hey
was
guys,
why I
what
said
you
it.
doing?
Buying stuff.
What'd you get?
Well, I got a suit modification. Heck,
I'm sorry. It sounded like you said you're going to wear a suit.
Hey, that's rude. I'm
Oh, he is?
also wearing a suit.
Oh, well, you would look nice.
Hey, what? Hang on a minute. Sadiq. He puts his arm around Sadiq and sort of taps him on the shoulder. It's all right, buddy. Don't let her get to you.
okay.
We just
What
never
else did we
seen
do?
a suit.
Oh, it went to the jewelers. Head bought a lot of stuff for Ellie. It's a lot of stuff.
Do you
I'm gonna-
think I went overboard?
Well, I only bought her one thing, and you bought her like 9. So,
What
Oh
did
no,
you get?
those things weren't all for Allie.
Um,
makes more sense now.
So hush hush on the things. Just in case you know.
What thing?
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right. Because sometimes people lips, they flippity flap and then the wrong things get said and then other people get in trouble.
so what did you get for Allie, just out of interest?
Oh, I got her some knowledge and upskilling tomes and scrolls.
I
Sweet.
actually think we should have got her some like boots of trap finding or something.
Do they make boots that find traps?
I think
Well,
Allie
her
wears them on the
cur-
daily,
her-
didn't she?
She
Yeah,
kind of
her
wears
current-
boots that find traps already. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need to get two.
There's
Where-
got. I don't know. It's got to be something.
Where is Allie at the moment?
Gone back to the guild house. I think she was going to have a rest.
Oh, that's good. She'll need her rest, especially after dropping that bomb this morning. Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
that was a bit terrible.
yeah. I guess in hindsight, it is meaner than I expected.
Yeah. We all suffered for that one.
I do feel a little bit bad. Oh no, there it goes.
I had a bad feeling once.
Look, I didn't, I wasn't.
Here's my bucket of fucks, and oh look, it's empty.
Aren't you a little worried she might, I don't know, find out accidentally and maybe get you back? Maybe.
No, there's no way she could find out. Only you guys know.
If she did find out and she got you back, then you would have to get her back for something that she got you back for getting her back over something that she did first.
Actually, it began with me way back. Way. I started it right at the beginning.
So this is a never-ending loop.
Oh yeah, it's just a bit of fun. She loves it. I love it. It's good stuff.
As long as someone doesn't end up dead with it, I guess it's okay.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not like I would do this in the middle of the battlefield while we were fighting it. Oh, that could work though. No, but
I digress.
But
Ed, don't do it during battle.
no,
Or before battle.
I definitely
After-
wouldn't do that
After we're back in town, fair game.
unless the battle's happening in town.
But no.
Yeah.
Let's just not do that again.
Okay, where is my vial of poo stew?
Doesn't Maris have it?
Yes. Oh yes, that's right, Namaris. You were going to. Oh, did you go and do that thing to that girl?
I kind of put my hand behind my back. Fiela, it's like, no, not yet.
Sleight of hand, Viola. If you can pass it back to her. And perception from the boys.
Right.
14 for me.
What's your passive perception, guys?
Oh crap! You.
Nine.
15.
Hit, you would notice.
Okay.
Sadiq, not so much.
Hey, Sadiq, these girls are playing game. What's going on back there, you?
Oh, I just gave it to her for safekeeping, and she was just giving it back to me because I'd forgotten that I'd given it to her for safekeeping.
Constipation, bear form. Yeah,
What
Like-
the?
Deception.
I get
Roll,
it
please.
sometimes.
From who?
From you both, but both of you at disadvantage.
Oh
'Cause
god,
you
I can't
both-
get any more
You both,
disadvantages
you
than
both look guilty as fuck on
Aw,
camera.
nat
So
22.
you both look guilty as hell on camera. That's the only reason I'm giving you disadvantage. 3.
Yeah, I can. 7.
Yeah, you both. Hit, you know. They're both telling you great big porkies.
Hand it over, guys. I don't trust you anymore.
You don't
Come
trust,
on.
You don't trust me?
Oh, no, I trust you. I just don't trust what you're up to.
If she's given it back to me, I would have accidentally, unpurposely knocked the lid off it as I handed it back.
So it's
Where-
poured out on the ground.
Oh, right, you didn't knock it up the right way. Oh,
Albert.
that cost me 96 gold.
Wow, really?
Why?
Because it makes you poo hard.
How much are you meant to use?
Oh, a couple of drops.
And you used half a thingo?
She could be dead.
Jesus.
Well, I'm kind of pleased that I poured it on the ground by accident then.
It's probably just still in the bottle. I mean,
It's probably still in the bottle.
Fine.
If it's a couple of drops, I think you're right. Jesus, Het.
I really wanted it to work.
Well, if it's a couple of drops and you had doubled the dosage, it would have worked.
No, but Allie is very strong-willed in the guts. She's eaten some crud before I've seen.
Ellie doesn't drink because she can't handle it.
Yes, that's right.
So why would you be stronger in the guts?
Hand him the bottle off the ground, and there might still be some in. Here you go.
Ooh.
I couldn't do that again. It's okay. We'll let it slide. We'll let it. This
Don't let that
course has
ship
run.
fester.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll keep the bottle then.
Throw
You keep the
bottle
bottle.
away. Oh,
Is
speaking
there
of
any
that,
drops left in it?
I'd say it's probably a couple left. It'd be one dose left in the bottom.
and speaking of that, Het, I actually have some flasks for you to bless when we get back to the base.
Okie dokie then.
So
I don't know why I'm still producing holy oil, but I am.
you,
so,
never, you never know.
yeah.
You never know. It may come in handy.
I think holy oil is a good idea.
So by this stage, you part ways. The girls carry on about their business. You guys head back to the guild house. You girls make it to Joyce. Oh yes, totally, Michelle. I agree. Why'd you go to the fishmonger? We'll get to you. We'll get to you. Don't you panic. Don't you go anywhere. So you girls get to Joyce's shop. She greets you with a smile and happiness, and you purchase the dresses that you are wishing to purchase, or the items you're wishing to purchase, at a cost of about 150 gold a piece for everything. So mark that. Do you have any gold, Namaris? I don't know if you've got any gold.
Yep.
So we'll switch over to Alishodris, who didn't go back to the guild house, it seems, and has travelled to a fishmonger. So you've travelled to the port, the docks area of Volant, and you've found the market area, which has a number of different fishmongers. What are you wishing to do at the fishmonger?
I'd like to buy some blood and guts.
Blood and guts. Okay. So, good morning. What do you want? And
Just some fish guts.
Yeah, so you walk up to the first stall, and this big burly man. He's got hairy shoulders. He's not wearing a shirt. Got a leather apron. It's stained in blood. It stinks like fish, and he's got a range of different fresh fish on his thing. It looks like it's all sitting in salt. There's a big one, looks like almost like a tuna. There's other different varying fishes there, and he's behind the store, and he's got a big cleaver, and he's been chopping the heads off fish and pulling the guts out, and he's covered from fingertips to elbow in fish blood and guts. Hey, you want some fish guts? And blood? You want some blood as well, you say?
Yep, absolutely.
Why? Why would you want some stinky fucking crap? I mean, you can smell it. I mean, I live in it. I mean, I don't really smell it anymore, but why?
I've got a friend that loves the stuff. He can't get enough of it.
Okay, sure. You got something to put it in?
Unfortunately, no. Do you have a bucket?
Well, yeah, of course I got buckets, but I kind of need them because it's part of my job. I mean, I could probably sell you a bucket, but...
Yeah, that's good. I'll buy the bucket.
So he sort of reaches down and picks up this rickety old wooden bucket. It's leaking. It's not like fully watertight. It's got blood seeping through the bottom of it, and it's just full of fish heads, guts and blood, and it reeks. I mean, this place stinks. I mean, the whole fish market smells, but as he hands it over to you, the smell is very, very pungent indeed. We're now talking around lunchtime, this sort of early afternoon. This bucket has probably been sitting here for about 2 or 3 hours in the heat of the day, so it's not pleasant at all. So he says, he goes, 50 gold. You can have the bucket and take the guts.
Done.
And the look of surprise on his face when you say done, he thought he was ripping you off. And clearly it's like, oh, okay then. Thank you very much. Come back anytime. So you now have a bucket of fish guts and blood and fish heads. Which I said is not exactly watertight, so it is leaking a little. You will lose probably a little bit of it as you in your travels. I'm assuming you're heading back to the guild house with it.
Yeah.
You will still get to the guild house before anyone else. You get a lot of interesting looks and people making a wide berth around you as you walk.
With that, I cast where I was. Prestidigitation, just a harmless smell, just to take the smell away a bit.
It won't take the smell away for long.
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe be lucky if it's sort of 30 or 40 seconds before that smell comes back. I mean, it's only a cantrip, so I mean, you would have to repeatedly cast it, which is generally something you're not supposed to do with a cantrip.
Well, according to the prestidigitation, duration is an hour.
An hour? Well, there you go. You've got an hour of not so bad smell. Which is more than sufficient to get you back to the guild house.
Yes.
You'd probably have to cast it again once there if you wanted to master the smell, because it's pretty strong.
Yeah, that too. And I'll probably once more just to clean up any mess that it leaves in the guild house.
No problem. I will allow it. And we will then switch. What are you wanting to do with it?
I'm going straight to Het's room.
Okay, and what are we doing in Het's room?
I'm going to set up a trap.
Explain. Explain your elaborate trap.
It's a door trap.
So, balancing bucket on the door?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else? You're just going to balance it on top of the door?
No, I'm going to set it up so he's going to have to open the door to get the full effect.
No problem. So I need you to make a dexterity check as you precariously balance this bucket on the top of Het's door.
Yeah. 9.
Wow.
I know, right?
Wow. From a rogue, no less.
Yeah.
Any lucks? No lucks or nothing?
I don't think he has one for this campaign. I think he had one for the Curse of Strahd.
I got one for Curse of Strahd, not for this.
Yeah. So unfortunately for you, Alishodris, as you get up there, you put the bucket on top of the door. You think, "Yep, no, that's right." You hold your hands up there as you sort of take half a step away from the door or out of the door frame to try and get its position just right. And as you take your hands off the bucket, it sits there. You think, "Sweet." You put your hands down towards your sides and go to move through the door, and then the door swings a little. The bucket tips and falls inward, covering you in 2.5-hour-old fish guts and blood. Splattering it all over the door, all over the floor. You've got fish entrails inside the top of your armor and your hair. The blood is now soaking into your armor. And the smell is pretty rotten. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, as this stuff probably got in your mouth as well.
Yep, and I'm heaving.
What was your roll?
9.
Holy shit, dude. Your rolls are terrible.
Are they?
Yeah, you
just got a luck.
You just got a luck as well. If you want to use it for the con save, it's up to you. If you want to save it.
I'll save it.
You'll save it. So, yes, Alishodris, you heave after the episode in the morning. Your stomach is still a little upset, even though the Lesser Restoration cleared the bulk of it up, and you do vomit. But you do vomit in Het's room, which is probably some consolation. to you. What are you doing at this point? You're going to leave it? You're going to clean it up, or what?
I'll clean it up. I'll use prestidigitation to.
To clean yourself up, and you're
Yeah.
going to clean Hit's room and leave it as it was, or you're going to leave it there?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I'll leave it there.
You're going to leave it there? So you're going to leave the pile of old fish guts and that on the floor in his door?
I will scoop up a handful of this fish guts and hide it somewhere.
Where are you going to hide it? Specifically.
Can I get a lay of the room?
It's the rooms are all much the same. Each room is very similar, so it's very similar to your room. Slightly set out differently. Like it's got a probably a nicer writing desk, a bigger writing desk than yours because you don't really use the desks that much. Where he does.
Does the writing desk have drawers?
Yes, it does.
So I pull the drawer out as far as it's possible.
Yes, you can pull it right out. It'll come completely out.
I get the fish guts.
Yep.
And put it up in one of the corners, far back corners, and close it.
And close the drawer. Okay.
Yep. And prestidigitation the rest of it up.
Okay, not a problem. You deal with that, and as you deal with that, close Hit's door, and as you head back down the stairs, Het and Sadiq are making their way into the guild house at that point. So you were very close to being caught. I did make a roll to see how whether you would be or not, but you weren't. You were lucky. So you, as you come down the stairs, the other two guys are coming into the room.
So as I see that, I turn to the kitchen and go get coffee, and get Het a coffee as well.
You proceed to get coffee. What do you get? How? It's up to you what you do next.
I go sit at the table.
And offer him coffee.
Oh, if they come past.
Well, they will. They were walking in the front door as you came down the stairs.
You guys interested in having a drink with me?
Absolutely. How about you, Sadiq?
I'll have a mead.
So
He goes over and sits down.
So how is your venture in the markets and all that? Het and Sadiq?
Wonderful. I believe we achieved a lot today.
Oh, awesome. Do we still have to do this party thing, by the way?
Well, it's just going to be a little gathering now for you and just some close friends, I believe.
Yeah, it's just guild, really. Guild and people
Okay.
that are above us. Yeah,
Alright.
we kept it small. No more than 100,000.
That was your wish,
What?
right?
Does this place hold 100,000?
Wow, it's the whole city's been invited, so yeah.
I'm gonna run hide now.
A drink, you can't run and hide.
Alright, here's to my party.
Yes.
What?
Your party.
Het sniffs his drink. What did you give him?
coffee.
Het sniffs and goes, and politely sips it even though he can't stand coffee. Ali, how long have we been traveling together?
Quite a while. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right, you don't like coffee.
Yeah. You know, I took a sip to be nice, but I mean, if you're shouting, it would be nice to just a whiskey or me would be fine.
Okay. Next time, next time.
Next time. Thank you.
And with that, switch back over to the girls. Your dress purchase has been complete, and you are making your way back to the guild house. Is there anything you wish to discuss or achieve before returning to the guild house?
I feel really, really bad about letting it slip about Het.
It was only going to carry on if it didn't get.
You don't think he'll find out, right?
You don't think? No, he won't. No, I don't think Ali's going to say anything.
No, she won't do anything, probably. I mean,
She might get revenge, but she won't. But then that's got nothing to do with this because those two have been at it forever.
yeah. We'll never find out. So, I'm assuming we're already there. We're gonna.
How much of that stuff have you got left?
We have 1 dose.
How mean do you feel?
Towards who?
I think Het needs a dose of his own medicine.
He did pull out like the desecrated arm of my kin, so I'm still a little upset about that. But what would we put it in? Like his meat? Like just on his meat, or?
We could buy him a whiskey.
I don't know. I'm kind of trying to make amends with him, but
I'll give it to me. I'll do it.
okay. I'll fully follow you in. All right, we're gonna follow. We're gonna go inside.
So you're back at the guild house. You enter inside. The rest of them are sitting there having a drink and chatting.
Ed, are you drinking coffee?
You seriously don't remember that, Neymaris? You guys are all responsible for the death of that frickin' dragon, not just fucking Het. And you're letting him take the rap, you mean bastards.
Yeah, all I know is Het did it. That's all I know.
I'll let Fiala know after the party.
No, I think it's funny this way. You guys are all assholes.
I think Ellie also said that she was there.
I think Ellie did say she was there, but yeah, I don't think Fiala
because
really took that on board.
Was trying to blame the
Gillian,
ranger?
yeah.
It's like, I don't know who dealt that final blow at all.
Yeah, I'm really upset about that.
I think it's funny. But anywho, you all you've arrived. The others are discussing having a chat and a drink as you enter.
Oh, coffee or drinks? Who wants drinks? What do you want? I'll go and get 'em.
Oh, here, Namaris, you can have this. It's the most disgusting thing I've had in ages. Allie was trying to be nice and get me one, but you...
I look at the coffee and I look at Het and I look at Ali and I'm like,
Het's
okay then.
Het's drunk from it
You were trying to
already.
Oh, look, and Het takes another sip, and it's horrid, but it's not poisoned. And then Het looks at Ellie, and then he casts less restoration on himself. Mother of mercy.
Just in case. And about there, we're going to take a short break. So,
Right there.
I'm going to be doing that a lot lately.
The lesser restoration.
all right, chat. We're going to take a few moments. We're going to take a short break.
We need coffee.
Someone needs coffee. We're going to be back very shortly. Don't go anywhere.
exploding the fish guts, huh?
Looks like it, yeah.
Apparently.
Welcome, Roasted. About time you showed up, arsehole. You're late. And Blue Jay, I'm glad my description was that good. And I thought I was being generous and nice about it, not actually using the interesting terms that I would normally use for such a thing. So the evacuation of one's nether regions, I thought was rather a good way to describe it.
The poop sound.
It could have been a whole lot worse. Pretty much.
Is that
I mean, anything like that. I mean, I got no teeth, so I can do that really well.
I like those little one cheeks squeaks.
Oh no, this is what we've reduced ourselves to.
Schoolyard innuendo. I mean, oh god, she's
You
locked
know
the
we
cat
are
in. The cat's
live,
gonna. Can you
auntie.
let the cat out, Nutty, before he
Yes,
just starts
I do.
meowing like a son of a bitch?
Bloody D&D. It brings the worst out of everyone.
As
Brings
if
the
Chad
worst.
doesn't.
It was
fart.
half on the
Come
floor, was he? Holy crap!
Shit doesn't fart at all.
No.
But yeah, so no, well, I'm glad my description was that good, Blue Jay, that it puts someone off their food. I'm quite pleased with that.
You'd have to work a lot harder than that to try to put me off food.
Oh, dude, doesn't worry me. I can watch the surgery happening on TV while eating a steak, so I'm not really worried.
Me too.
So, yeah, you're lucky. Prior to the fish, I had thought about doing something else.
That's you go.
But
for
I'm
it,
kind-
man.
I'm
It's
kinda-
funny. It's
Yeah, I'm kind of pleased that you didn't go with the other option, because with those roles, it would not have been fun for you.
also true.
What would be the other one?
He was going to do monkey see, monkey do.
Pretty much. He was going to drop a load on Het's bed.
Oh, monkey.
But chat, what's up? No, we've been watching some gruesome scenes lately when my stomach has been flipping inside out. Dude, these people with weak stomachs, I don't get it.
Yeah, I can't watch some things. If it's real, I can't watch it.
Yeah,
Movies don't get me, but
Yeah, it's never, even the real stuff doesn't really worry me too much.
surgery on television, I'm like, meh, I think I can let that give it a miss.
But yes, chat, we are episode 62. And since it was a good chance to take a break, and so what we're going to do when we go back, we're going to head into the evening and the next evening's rest, and then we're going to skip forward a couple of 3 days
Yes.
to the day of Alishodris' party, the day of the full moon. Why do you blame me? What did I do? Why is this my fault, chicken? It's not my fault you got a weak stomach. But if it is my fault, you're welcome.
So if we've skipped forward a few days, that means
I'm
that
gonna allow Het to make a roll before he goes to bed, and he'll make a couple. It'll be another couple of rolls over that. He'll make a roll for each of the days to see if he discovers his present.
Is it really a present though?
Kinda. I mean,
It's-
just because
it's a
it's
wonderful present.
unwanted
Come on.
doesn't mean it's not a gift.
I don't know, that's up to Yildri.
Because if that happens, I'm gonna be pissed.
Anywho, yes, is Eldry going to be joining Het this evening or not? This is the question.
It's Het's room. I don't know.
Well, at the same time, I think Yudri would probably sense exactly where it is.
Possibly. You
with
never know.
her perception rolls.
I just don't want it to be like under the pillow, and then we have a moment, and it's just really mad.
What do we say about?
In saying that,
Head?
we're now heading back to the guild house where our heroes are sitting around the table discussing whatever, Ellie's birthday leading up to it is 2 or 3 days, which technically is 4 days to go till the next full moon and Alishodris' birthday. So is there anything you guys wish to discuss before tuning in for the evening? We will advance the story a little.
Just before everyone goes to bed, Het says to Ellie, "Hey Ellie, I'm fessing up clean. I slipped you a little something this morning that gave you the old, you know, the runs, the old smelly poop. That was me. Bit of a joke there. I thought it was pretty good, but I'm feeling a little guilty now, so I apologize."
So, you slipped me something to make me go do that mess.
Yeah, but then I cleaned it up, and I made you big.
Uh-oh.
Would I have heard this?
Everyone is at the table. I just explained that.
Oh, okay. So he's saying I've had enough for everyone here. Cool.
Pay attention.
No.
Waiting for Het to come back. He's stuttering.
So,
He's back.
what did you give me?
It was like the best way to explain it is
Oh no, Siddiq's crashed.
something to clean your colon.
Oh.
Disgusted with this conversation, Siddiq has taken himself to bed.
Oh no. Oh no. I was just thinking at your 18th birthday, I didn't want you to, go to the red light district and be not clean.
What kind of stuff do you think she's going to be doing in the red light district there, Het?
Well, when I hit my 18th, it was no holds barred, right? Everything was go.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'll-
I just, after hearing Het confess, I'll just wink at Fiala and I'll not do anything with the jar stuff.
You're not going to do anything, or you are.
I'm
Fiala
just going to
makes-
keep hold of it.
Fiala makes the gesture.
Sleight of
So,
hand
I'm
versus passive perceptions.
Okay.
Is that my sleight of hand?
Well, you're both, because you're both making
Yeah, okay.
gestures at each other at a table you're all sitting at.
Oh, that one's good.
13.
21. 21.
13 and 21.
13.
Passive for Het.
It is 15.
Alishodris, I know, is pretty high.
21.
So you will see everything that's going on at the table. Alishodris. So you will notice the look and that Namaris has given to Fiala, and you'll notice the motion that Fiala has made. Het, you're oblivious. Although, no, you would have. What was your roll, Namaris? 13.
Yeah, 13.
So you would have noticed Namaris make a motion or a look to Fiala.
So, what are you two up to?
Nothing.
Girl stuff.
Uh-huh. What stuff?
Birthday stuff.
Yep.
Steel lady, heal what ails me.
I look at Het and I'm like, well, actually, honey, you should do that. But no, you're all good.
Oh, Het is prepared. Het always is prepared.
Wow. So if there's nothing else you wish to achieve for this evening, you may all retire to your abodes this evening. But, however, Fiala and Het, are we separating into separate rooms or what this evening?
So, you, Drew, what's your plan? I mean, your room or mine?
Well,
It's quite exciting, all this party stuff. It's gonna be a little frisky.
Please tell me that we're not at the same table listening to this.
Yes,
yeah,
you are.
you all are. Y'all are.
I look at them both and I'm gonna go, right, I'm just off. I'm just gonna go to the temple. I'll be back.
Do you go to the temple or you just go to your room?
No, I'm going to the temple.
Okay.
There's reason for it.
We make her pray a lot, I feel like. But okay, well, My room's kind of messy, and there's some stuff in there I don't really want to keep private. So we could go to your room if you want.
Well, you two enjoy yourselves. I'm going to bed.
All right. Good night,
Welcome
Ellie.
back,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Dad. It's okay.
Hi, Daddy. I'm gonna give Allie a hug.
And I hug back.
Oh, so nice.
Okay, retiring. We head up to the room. Hitch takes her hand and says, "Come with me."
It's gonna be so hard to keep a straight face.
So you do go to Hit's room. Sadiq, I'm assuming you would have retired to your room in due course.
Yeah.
And Alishodris, you do the same. We will move over to the templed one who's fucking changed her mind on me again. As you head towards your temple, thinking on obviously what the clerics of Helm have offered, and the Order of Helm has accepted that you made a mistake, and that with all you've been through, they would be happy to re-accept you into the Order as a Paladin of Helm. You return to the temple where you greet one of the clerics, explain your decision, and you then spend the next hour retaking your oath. You can decide what oath that will be when you add your level. Don't do it now. Do it after the show, but change your drop one of your levels of barbarian and swap it over to paladin.
Yep.
And choose your oath, and just let me know what oath you're going to take.
To that, yeah, I'll talk to you later. But yeah, that sounds good to me.
I don't think you get that until level 3 anyway, possibly. So, but either way, you can add the level of paladin, and your HP will change, however.
Yep,
So you'll have to.
Down, so.
Yeah. So just, I'd leave your HP as it is. It may alter it, but just take note of what your current HP is. Your current rolled HP when you check it, and just keep it at that. So that takes about an hour or so, and then you return back to the guild house and return to your room. Now, as you guys approach your room, I need you both to make a perception check as you walk into the room. I set a DC on this earlier, so we'll see what happens.
19.
19.
25.
Yes, you both have relatively high perception. You both, almost immediately as you enter the room, notice an odor. It is not very pleasant. A distinctive smell of raw fish, which to Hit would be quite even to you, Fiala, probably quite tasty smelling. For you both connoisseurs of raw meats and such, and have probably eaten your fair share of raw fish over the years.
Is that vomit on the floor?
I don't know, but it smells like someone's delivered us a meal. I would hope. I mean, I can't see a tray or anything. Smells.
Is this your way of surprising me with dinner?
I haven't been in my room all day. I haven't actually planned anything. I mean, I've planned something, but I haven't planned this.
So, Fiala, what was your roll? Sorry.
25.
25. You would be able to, with that roll, you'd be able to as you sniff around the room, it leads you to Hit's desk. Hit, your roll wasn't quite high enough to give you a location, but Fiala, your roll, however, leads you pretty much right to the source. You're not entirely sure where it is, but it's definitely coming from the desk.
Head, I don't want to go through your things, but it's. What did you do over there?
firstly, you've been through all my things. And secondly, I mean, this is just draw.
Oh no. Gross.
And you're back.
I don't keep anything in those drawers other than maybe a spare set of clothing. This is odd. I mean, a few spare sets of clothing, but I guess. Okay.
And head opens the desk.
Do you pull the drawers right out, or just open them and have a look through the drawers?
I just open them and have a look. I don't. Yeah.
Roll investigation for me.
Ooh, that's an 18 plus.
That's pretty high.
4, 9, 22.
You pull the first drawer out, and you sort of rummage through the drawer a bit. Nothing there. Push that one back, and the second drawer comes out. And as you sort of pushing your hand through the back of your drawer, your right hand, as it heads to the back corner of the drawer, touches something wet.
Yeah. What is?
I pull it out.
And you pull out a piece of entrails from that definitely has that same fishy smell.
Why do you keep dead things in your bag? Just like the dragon. Now you're keeping guts in your drawer. What is wrong?
Oh, that's too good.
I am so triggered right now, Head. I don't.
Okay. First things first. This isn't me. The dead thing in my bag. I mean, I totally forgot about that. But this is definitely not me. Look,
And his head prestidigitations away what's on his hand. He goes,
let's just go back out the door for a second.
and he closes the bedroom door, just sort of ushers her out. He goes, reaches into his pack and he says,
I got something for you today. It was meant to be nice before we went to bed, but here.
and he pulls out the pearl necklace. He says,
I wish to give you this necklace. I was hoping to sit you down on the bed and give it to you on the bed, but...
Just a question, DM. Was I able to hear that yelling? I guess it would have been.
Well, it depends. Was it yelling, Fiona, or just
I was pretty
raised?
like when he pulled that out, he pulled it the same way with his arm like he did the dragon.
Yeah.
So I was probably like, what the,
Yeah, okay. So I'd say you probably
No,
would have
it's
heard the
probably-
initial part of it, Alishodris, because you're only. I think you're only next door to Hit. So
Yeah.
yeah, you probably would have.
So meanwhile, he's holding up this pearl necklace and he says, I wanted to sit you down on the bed and give it to you at the bed nicely, but since there's a bit, some, I don't know, guts of some description in there, smells very fishy, I figured I could give you the pearl necklace out here instead.
I don't know what to say.
Usually, thank you.
Thank
But-
you. But
It's for when you go out to Ali's party.
yeah, I didn't get you anything. I
No,
feel sad.
You don't have to be sad. I upset you and I am making it up to you. Here, take this gift.
I'm thanks, and I take it. I might have accidentally let it slip that you put laxatives in Allie's coffee.
Oh, Mommy, that's kind of okay. I was feeling guilty after our conversation with the...
He'll be back. He's back.
You're feeling guilty after your conversation with the.
The group at the table, yes. So, you heard I apologized to her, right?
Yeah. But I just wanted to know, since you don't like keeping secrets. So.
That is good. Thank you for telling me. No harm done.
Yeah.
Next time, I will just have to kill you.
Yeah,
No,
probably.
I'm joking. Okay, my room might not be the best place for, maybe we need to. Should we go and rent the room at the other hotel tonight?
Maybe. Yeah, I just have to get something and we can go. And
Okie dokie.
run to my room and get my case, and then I come back and we're ready. We can go. So.
Right, so Het and Fiala remove themselves from the guild house this evening and go to, I think it's the dragon something.
Dragons
Dragon's breath, I think.
Dragon's breath.
Something like that, I can't remember. Dragon's tooth, dragon's breath, dragon something or other.
Dragon's anus.
Possibly. Anything's possible.
That's
But
Artemis.
the dragon toothin, I think it was. But you rent the same room as happens to be available, so it will cost you 5 gold for the room for the evening.
I will get that.
And you spend the evening. It is in my notes, Drax. Shut the fuck up, asshole. I just can't be bothered looking at him. And you spend the evening there. We will now jump forward a few days to the morning of Alishodris' birthday. During that 2 or 3 days, Het, you would have cleaned out your dresser, finding the remnants of a fish head, some more fish guts and some fish blood. Probably determining that it was possibly retaliation for the laxative, given the events.
Het would have eaten some of it.
Probably, no doubt. But you do clean your room up. You all gain obviously over those 2 or 3 days you get any rest that you need, so you would have been back to a full capacity of spells and everything else. Over those 3 or 4 days, Namaris, you spend time at the temple, reaffirming your paladin skills, practicing the spells, any spells that you wish to learn and all that sort of thing, and sparring, probably doing a bit of sparring with Sadiq, and issuing a challenge to Volder Grimm for the championship of Valond, which is coming up in about a month's time again. So you've reissued your challenge to regain your title from her. She accepts readily, questioning why you weren't around and why you forfeited in the first place. Whether you gave her any information is up to you. Whether you were just away.
I
Now
was
you're
just
back.
on holiday. I was in a far off land.
But she accepts your challenge and says she looks forward to meeting you once again in the arena. With that, it is now mid-morning on the morning of Alishodris' birthday.
Ali looks like she's going to have a sleep.
Namaris, you have started your decorating of the guild hall with the vines, I dare say with Fiela's assistance. Whether you've managed to rope Alishodris into that remains to be seen.
We'll see if she comes down, but I would have shown Fiela how to blow up the frogs without hurting
I'd
them.
say you would have all come down for this, so you could show everyone if you wish.
Yeah.
Show people. How do you blow up a frog?
I'm
You get
staying
it?
in my room.
You get it because they're quite big, and you put your mouth over it, so you go, and it just goes, and then you clamp down on it, and you tie it up with a vine. It's still got its nose so it can breathe. It's fine, and then you just splash it with a bit of water in it. Away it goes.
Yeah, it's just splashing water on him.
And they funnily enough, they seem to almost float a little bit once they're inflated. Not like fully like helium, but they do have a bit of buoyancy. And once tied to a little bit of vine and tied to the rest of the vines that she's strung
Makes
up
like
around
a
the
nice
place.
frog garland.
It's it's interesting. They do still make the occasional ribbit noise as the day progresses. Instructions have been given to Seth to sprinkle them with water every hour to make sure that they are kept moist and alive. If any of them show any signs of distress, they are to be cut down and released. Alishodris has remained in her room, it appears. Is there anything you guys wish to achieve this morning before we move forward with the rest of the day?
How are we going to keep Alishodris here, guys? I get the feeling like she doesn't really want to partake in much of this.
We bar the door.
She's getting stuff. Who wouldn't want to get stuff? I think she'll stay.
Maybe
we have
I've
to trust her, right?
sure. Maybe I've pranked her too much, and she's scared.
Well, during the time period, I actually thought of that, and I asked around, and I was able to borrow this, and it's a ring. You put it on her leg, and then I pull out a pin type thing, and then you nail this into like a spot in the center of the room, and it only allows her to get a certain distance away from it.
She's not under house arrest.
That's
It's
your
her
This is awesome.
birthday. She's not a goat.
Well, it's just,
Also, that chain's too short. You need to give her a little bit of leeway.
no, there's
so
no,
she's
there's no
free.
change, no chain. It uses magic. It just stops her from going too far away from it.
What, did
That's
you like
not-
jerk her back on her butt or something?
No, it just stops her. She'll hit that it's like a barrier.
I don't-
She
We
hits the
should ask
barrier
her to
and that's
run.
it.
Run as fast as you can, Ellie. Bang!
Well, no, it just stops her. That's it. Nothing else. She'll get to that point and just stop. Well, that's what
I like it.
I got it off the guard. This is a new thing that they've gotten. Instead of putting people into cells, they just do this.
I feel like she shouldn't
I've
be
got to
a
write this down,
prisoner.
Sadiq. That's amazing.
She's our friend and our family, and I feel like she'll stay because
I
she
think-
loves us.
I agree, but I think Sadiq's onto something. That is a great idea for a prank. I mean, you wait till she's asleep, you slap that on her, and blam!
It's not a prank.
No, I mean, you can't want to put that on her in the party. That is cruel.
It'll be underneath the dress. No one will see it. And if they do, it just looks like a leg
Anklet.
bangle type thing.
I don't think she's going to run away.
Well, we've always
Better
got
to
this
be
as an
safe
option.
than Sorry.
Well, it's a birthday. And look,
Hang on. Can that thing... How long does it last?
until you take it off.
We could do that
So-
to enemies.
Does
Yeah.
that mean
But
That
I was only able to borrow it for tonight. That was it.
Ah,
can we hold on to the thingy that would normally go in the middle of the thing so she can't go too far away from us then?
Well, no, it's got to be stationary.
Oh, okay.
It just stops her from
It-
getting.
What he's got looks like an iron spike, and it's driven into the floor or into the earth.
And some oogity boogity powers it and it works, but she can't touch it.
I like it.
It's weird. It's really really cool, but at the same time really really strange because I don't understand the goddamn thing about it. But it works.
She's
Apparently.
still in her room, right? Give me the anklet. I'm gonna go and whack it on her.
Okay.
no,
I'll nail
no,
it into
no.
the ground.
Maybe we should just trust her like Yildri is saying for now. If she gets crazy on us, then we hold her down and beat her up and put it on. But
Steak. Give it to me. I'll go and do it.
I have a spell that I can use.
What spell?
It makes it's like Grove Guardians, and they'll protect a certain area, and I can give them specific commands to guard something. In other words, not let her leave the area, or the trees will come alive and we will not get that far. She won't get that far, but you know.
I think
that
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 sounds
is a cool
less
fucking spell.
dangerous.
We could do that. She'll never know unless she tries to leave. And
True.
I think it's trash. They're right not to trust you.
good old Alpine can take care of it for me.
Alpine.
Well-
Oh my god.
Love it.
Oh wow.
Another bad mum joke. She's getting good at them too. That's the
I
sad
know, it's
thing
great.
about it. Um,
Anyway,
I still think this is a better way, and you know, it's not going to hurt her. It's
so nature, as opposed to a freaking ankle bracelet attached to her during her
Right.
party.
Just give me the bracelet. I'll go and put it on. You don't need to put the thing in the ground yet, but if she looks like she's going to go and the thingies don't stop her, we can always whack it in the ground.
Yeah, well, it only activates once the spike goes into the ground. So, look, how's this? We'll put the anklet on.
Maybe we should get a feel for it.
If she does try to escape, we knack this. We put the spike in the ground, and that's it.
You know what? Head's got that zone of truth. We could just ask her if she plans on leaving the party, and then we can put the spike on her.
Okay, that works.
So, guys, what are you up to? What is happening at the? What are you going to do?
We're going to go ask Ellie if she's going to behave and go to the party like a good little girl, and if she's not,
I'm going to sit on her and put the thing on.
We're going to put that on, and then we might even, just added bonus, get the Alpine Forest spell going as well.
Head's gonna stay and decorate, and he's actually going to practice as they're leaving. You're gonna hear him be like, "It's 18 and life to go." Oh.
The Head's going to practice his singing, and so the three of you are going to head to Alishodris' room, have a chat. So after a short while, Alishodris, you hear at the door.
Go away, I don't want any.
Hello, birthday girl. We come in.
Happy birthday from all of us to you. And I slam through the door.
Is it locked, Ellie?
Yes.
Strength check.
Oh, God. I don't slam through the door. That was a 3.
You go.
Oh, a 7.
And you jar your shoulder against the door, and it does not budge.
I'm going to try again, because that was just crap.
Either of you helping?
Oh yes, I am.
Okay, so another strength check with advantage.
What I do...
Unless I get a 20. It was a 17.
Yeah, I'm paying attention now.
Yes. You would have heard the initial thump against the door.
Yeah, so I've unlocked it and opened it.
Right as you slam into the door, she pulls it open, and you go charging through the door. Dex save Alishodris, because she would have come charging in at you full force.
Way through.
Both Sadiq and Namaris come barreling through the door, and with a 24, you manage to roll out of the way as these two large individuals just charge through your doorway.
Uh-oh.
Kayla just standing there. Morning.
You two all right?
Did we land on the floor?
Yeah, I'm okay.
No, you would have been able to stop yourselves.
Sweet. Hi! Happy birthday! How you doing?
Can we get this day over and done with?
That
Eventually.
depends on you, Allie. So, what are you going to decide to do? Have a good birthday with your loved ones? Or
what?
we make you have a good birthday with your loved ones?
Roll intimidation.
Can I use my dragon stats? No.
I would say, well, that would depend. How are you transforming slightly, using maybe to show off your dragon eyes or teeth?
Little dragon eye, and I've thought about the fish guts and put 2 and 2 together, and
with that perception roll, I dare say you would have as well. So yes, intimidation with your dragon stats.
Okay, that's gonna
which should be pretty high. Dragon's charisma is pretty good.
27.
Yeah. So wisdom save. If you can beat a 27 on your wisdom save, you're good.
How about I just not roll?
that is a choice you can make at this point.
Well, I get a +1 on wisdom, so if I get a nat 20, it's still not gonna do anything.
But I prefer you want to be. You said you did want to have a party a little bit, so, and you're getting some presents.
You mean coaxed into having a party? Yes.
And you're getting some presents.
No, under Zone of Truth, you said that you did kind of want a party, but not a big one.
But Sadiq said there's the whole town coming.
He was
lying. He was kidding. That was a joke. That's his version of a prank.
Well, No, you invited.
Anyway, I think you should come downstairs and get your dress ready. Well, get your dress ready then. Come downstairs.
All right.
And brush your hair.
What's wrong with my
The party will be later in the evening, so she's got time. By this time, with the decorations going up and the practicing, you're probably looking at mid-afternoon. So you've got a few, 2 or 3 hours before other guests that have been invited would start to arrive.
I think that we should go over to the bathhouse for a mani-pedi and a bit of a girls' afternoon just to get all spruced up ready before the do.
Yeah, you could do that. I'll stay in my room.
I think that we should go over to the bathhouse.
If you stay in your room, then you have Lionel and Seth, and everybody's going to come in and ask you lots of catering, like all the party questions, or you could just come with us and have a bath.
And get your nails done. And your hair.
No one bothers you.
All right.
I think with the role that Ildri made earlier, I don't think you're going to refuse any kind
exactly.
of
That's my
suggestion. Yeah. Ildri's intimidation check would have you definitely wanting to follow whatever she said to you at this point.
It's still, I got plenty of time to make plans.
True.
Oh, I've got this really nice anklet for you as well, Ali. I think it'll look very pretty on your foot with that dress.
Ooh, it is shiny.
Nah, I'm good. I'll just take my blades. I'm happy with them.
It deters like those blade traps. They keep from cutting your legs off, and it's just ding.
Uh-huh.
It's like a brace.
Uh-huh.
Deception.
I'm gonna sit on her.
Deception versus perception. Once again, you guys are really pushing the envelope tonight, eh?
Nat
She'll have a
20.
Oh, Nat 20.
What?
Yeah, what'd you roll?
Is it deception? Okay.
Yes, deception.
Oh, nat 1.
Yeah, Ali sees through that one pretty quickly.
Yeah, with a 29.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get a 21 for my nat 20. You.
Yeah, I didn't ask you to roll deception though, Namara,
Oh,
so it was... Yeah. I mean, you didn't really say anything deceptively that much.
I was
Well,
so.
you get your bath first.
I
Think
mean,
about it.
you probably... it wouldn't have mattered with yours anyway, because Ali's was just way higher. Even with a nat 20.
Alright. I'll go. I'm not putting that thing on, though.
I'm gonna sit on her. She's gonna put that thing on.
Strength versus
What?
strength.
19.
Yep, okay.
What was
You
your
will
strength?
like this. You will wear it and you will like it. Mine was 19.
What
I'll
was
leave
your
this
strength
to
roll,
yous,
Craig?
guys? I'm gonna walk away and go help Ed.
What was your strength check?
16.
It wasn't too bad. You struggled. And you fought back relatively well, but Namaris was just a little stronger and was able
Thank you.
to overpower you and put this anklet on you. As she does snap it on, and I dare say you would attempt to try and remove it.
Yep.
Once it's on, you find you are unable to, for some reason.
So me changing my shape wouldn't help either, would it?
No, it would not.
Bugger!
Nice try.
Sneak, you're evil.
Namaris was the one that put it on you.
No, it's evil for me. I'm thinking of it. Alright, let's get this bloody bathhouse.
Right, so the girls will take off and don't use the guild bathhouse. They go to one of the city bathhouses. So it will cost you 20 gold for the 3 of you to be pampered for the afternoon, while Het and Sadiq finish off prepping the guild house. Lionel, Seth, some of the other guild members are there. Coram does make an appearance and ensures that the catering is taken care of, and the tables are all laid out, sort of end on end, in a buffet style setup, and there is lots of food put out. There is looks like a pig that's been done on a spit. There's wild birds, there's fruits, there's vegetables, ranges of different meats and dishes, hot and cold. There are some raw meats that have been set out for Het specifically, and for others that enjoy the raw meat meals. Jugs of mead and ale and flagons of barrels of whiskey have been corked and tapped so that people can help themselves. All that sort of great things. The frog balloons up around the place, croaking every now and again, have been splashed continually with water every hour or so by Seth to make sure they stay alive. By the time you girls return back to the guild house to get ready, you go back upstairs, and everyone, you prepare yourselves for the evening. Get dressed into your evening wear, so you will all have to doff your armor. To make a note that any armor you were wearing is now not being worn, so your AC will be reduced for this time. You will not have your weapons with you, unless you choose to carry a concealed weapon, and your rapiers are not small enough to be concealed. Trashy.
Fine.
If you wish to carry a concealed weapon, you can, a dagger or some such weapon, as long as it's relatively easily concealed on your person. Because I would imagine that your friends would definitely not allow you to take your weapons down to this party. So, first we will have Fiela enter the guild hall. As you descend the stairwell, could you describe to the viewers what Fiela is wearing this evening?
It is a blue. It looks like a dark blue going into a silvery white dress that flows kind of like clouds in sky.
I could probably show them pictures you sent me.
Yeah, kind of dark hair like Fiela too, so that she feels like she's still part of the clouds, yet gets to wear a dress. So she comes down in that.
So that's you. The next to descend the stairwell will be a Neymaris. Shortly after Fiela. What is Neymaris wearing? I don't think you have. Did you send me something?
I did, but it came up. You'll have to have a look in the
That
thing.
was the armor that you sent me.
No, the one about 2 up from that.
2 up from that? One with the pink fluffy bits?
Yep.
Really?
Love it.
Really? The pink fluffy bits?
Yep.
Seriously?
Mhm.
That is terrible.
And it clashes with my hair, something shocking, but that's okay. I've got
It
pink
looks
fluffy boots.
horrible.
It's hilarious.
But
Pink
this is
fluffy boots.
Neymaris. We will this is what Neymaris is wearing, people. So it's got a pink fluffy helmet with pink fluffy pauldrons. Looks like pink fluffy foxtails hanging from the belt. Fishnet style, looks like string. It's not fishnet stockings. It looks like string that she just. It looks like it's handmade. With pink fluffy boots.
Yep.
No sword, however.
No. And it would be seriously clashing with my hair, but that's okay.
Remember that Neymaris is the Ginger from Hell. She's got the fiery red hair.
Fiery red legs.
Yeah, she's built like a man. So imagine that. Yep. Next we have Het. Following down shortly after the first 2 girls.
Yes, Het is in a bluish green attire with a tall collar that comes right up around the back of his head, and it's got some sort of weird lattice work over the front of the not leather but leatherish looking. He still wears his same blue cape, which you can see on the back of that thing there, and very tight as they can be, pants, cotton pants that, if you imagine Jareth from
Yes,
the
it
labyrinth.
does not leave a lot to be desired, chat. The outline of Het's nether regions is quite
Stunning. You look
stunning. Exactly. That's the word I was
I
looking
am-
for. Thank you.
I
Yeah,
think
quite
it looks
stunning.
beautiful.
He carries Scully in one hand, his loot is strapped on his back, and he's spinning 3 ice balls in his fingers.
Awesome. Next up, we have Sadiq, who descends the stairwell shortly after Het.
I'm wearing a black with red trim, military type cut outfit. So yeah, that's basically it.
So that's
And
it
you-
in the picture there. It's very well fitting. It's been well tailored. He's wearing just a dark leather pants with his regular boots underneath, but looks very different for Sadiq. For those of you that are used to seeing Sadiq wearing his full armor regalia, which is very generally quite noisy and very protective, it's unusual to see him with in sort of more formal gear. He doesn't look as big in his formal attire. However, the armor definitely makes him look a lot bigger. But he's not a small dude. Like, he's definitely well built, being a half orc. So, but very
And my
fitting.
dagger would be at my side.
Not a problem. And lastly, we have Alishodris, who descends. When I find the picture, I think I have it here somewhere, but easy enough to bring it back up. Is Alishodris wearing her stunning red evening dress and red evening shoes. Her dark hair has been brushed down and out. It's not tied up like it normally is. She looks awkward in this dress. She looks uncomfortable, but she's here. And she has descended the stairwell to join the rest of you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. No?
I'm gonna cast Druidcraft to make a little white fairy lights around the room, so they.
Which gives and Alishodris, as you descend the stairs, what you see in the room is firstly you see your friends all dressed up virtually to match your own state of dress, very formal. Gala and Namaris. I mean, Namaris looks bloody ridiculous, but she's made an effort, and it's an effort that you can see that she's probably never ever done this before herself, but she's made an effort, and she's comfortable. She's walking around talking to people. She is just so comfortable in her own skin and what she's wearing. She doesn't have a care in the world. Sadiq, as I say, Sadiq and Het, the first time you've ever seen them in formal wear, and they both everyone looks amazing. As you look around the room, you see Lionel Leonette, the guildmaster there, also no longer wearing his armor but wearing very formal attire. Again, very similar to what Sadiq is wearing, a very military style long coat, still with the guild insignia, the guild cloak, with dark trousers and boots. Coram is standing there as well as you will come down, and Coram himself is in his finest lordly robes, decked out in the colours of Valond, the golds and blues and the silver trim. You also notice another half-orc gentleman sitting over by the front door, a half-orc man you know all very well. Doesn't have an axe with him this evening, the first time ever you have seen him without an axe. He is dressed again in a very military style jacket, not a long jacket like Sadiq's, but quite short. It looks like it may be a little too small for him. The buttons look like they're straining a little bit against his frame, but he looks, again, his hair looks like it's been slicked back with spit, like he hasn't really, and he hasn't got a lot of hair, but what hair is there has been slicked back, just wet, and he looks a little uncomfortable as well, but he's grinning from ear to ear. It is your friend Bash, who has happened to have gotten wind of this occasion and has joined the occasion. A few other guild members are floating around. Not too many people though, Alishodris. One of the first things you notice is maybe a dozen people, if that. A few other guild members that you've met over the course of time being with the guild, and Bash sort of walks up, looks you up and down, and greets you all. Good evening. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Alishodris. I have a letter for you as well. Here. And you can see he looks awkward as hell on this dress. He's not used to not being in armor and carrying an axe. He hands you a letter. The seal on it is of a sealed cross with a sword. It's not a seal you've seen before, but you get the impression it's from someone you know. It's come from Bash. Do you open it?
Yep.
You open the letter, and inside simply a simple message. Many happy returns, dear Alishodris. I miss you all and wish you all the best. Signed, Azalan. Typical Azalan, very simple to the point, but heartfelt nonetheless. How you doing, everybody? I know I didn't get an invitation, but I heard about it everyone's talking about it. I couldn't miss it for the world. I had to be here. And Mr. Aslan, he's off doing other things, like Breton and Corman got us doing all sorts of stuff around the realms, trying to figure out what's happening, like these little skirmishes all over the place, but I just had to be here for this. Free booze, free food, and good friends.
And you look amazing, Bash.
Well, yeah, it was Mr. Aslan's. It kind of doesn't really fit me very well. I don't really have any, not armor, but it kind of fits. And then as he does, he sort of puffs out his chest a little bit, and one of the top buttons just pops, and ting, 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 ting. Oh, shit. Whatever. And he just says, I'm going to get a drink. And he takes off, heads towards one of the big whiskey barrels and gets himself a nice large cup of whiskey.
Well, Bash was the last person I expected to see here.
It's good that he came, though. I'm glad he made it.
Yes. Hopefully that waistcoat is weighted for his belt line.
Is there anyone you didn't invite?
Kosis.
Well.
And at that moment, the doors swing open. No, kidding.
I am here.
We don't have any of our weapons.
Well, with that said, going to where the alcohol is and get the biggest pitcher I can find and start drinking.
Ali, first things first, I guess grab yourself a pitcher. Everybody, I'm gonna kick this show off, and then, a few songs in, we're gonna start giving you gifts. Alright, are we cool?
Can I dance with us, Allie?
You sure are. And Hit moves to the, a front area that cleared specially for performances.
They cleared you a table, which would be big enough for you to perform on, so you're actually above everybody else. So 2 tables put together, end on end.
Yeah.
And the tables have built-in seats, so you can just literally walk up them like a stage.
Hit uses prestidigitation and puts some sparks up behind the table, and then Misty steps onto the table, so he's instantly facing the crowd. And he lifts his lute up and he says, "Tonight, we pay homage to our friend Alishodris, who is finally turning 18. She's going to get into some crazy messes, and I start the night with a song." And as he does, he strums the lute, and it sounds like the intro to any big Kiss number, big write-ups, smoke going off, and he's like, "Ten, ten, 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 ten. I wanna rock and roll all night and party ever," and he just goes into the whole song.
Roll a performance check for me. I want to see how great Hit's performance is in these. I mean, Hit's usually pretty good.
So
And
that's a
with advantage
15.
because you've been preparing as well.
Well,
You did
it's
say
a
you were
15
practicing.
plus 13, so
Oh,
that's
shit, okay.
28 without the advantage.
Who needs to practice? So with that roll, yeah, the performance is outstanding. The visual effects from the cantrip are in time with the music, and everyone is enjoying it. It's a little racy, more racy than people are probably used to, but you guys have been traveling with it for almost a year, or basically the year that you have gotten used to his style of music. It's a little more racy and upbeat than most. But it's a good show. The first 2 or 3 songs go amazingly well. After some time, Het decides to take a small break, and gift giving is about to start. But before that, Coram walks up to all of you and says, "Your attention, please. I would like to propose a toast, if I may, to young Alishodris and her 18th year. Some of us are too old to remember back that far, but it is the turning point in one's life where some say that childhood ends and adulthood starts. But Alishodris has been a part of our fair city and the Lions of Voland for maybe a year, if not more at this point. And I wish her all the best in the coming years. May she find many traps without using her face, and may she live a long and prosperous life in our fair city. To Alishodris." And he raises his glass. And he takes a big drink and steps back, and Lionel then steps forward and says, "Greetings, my name is Lionel Leonette. I've not known the Lions of Voland as long as some of you here, but in the short time that I've been headmaster here at the guild, you've all shown your true grit in this time of need, and we have all come here to celebrate this joyous occasion for our friend and companion, Miss Alishodris. Miss Alishodris, I wish you a very happy birthday, and again, many more to come, of course. Hopefully, in a few short months, when we are faced with great danger, that we all come out of it on the other side. But tonight, this is not something we should worry about. We should enjoy, drink, and be merry. Hear, hear," and raises his glass as well.
Yeah.
Bash sort of looks like he's going to say something, then sits back down.
I'm going to say something. I guess I will. I'm going to hold up my wine, and I'm going to say that Allie, your parents, and I would never be more proud than we are looking down on you from our heights today to see the beautiful woman you've become. And I
Uh-oh.
hope drink
Oh, froze here for a second.
together. And then, yeah, I froze. A very long life of adventuring together. And I'm going to come down and give her a box inside of which is something I only give to those I love dearly. And it's one of my scales that you can use to put on your daggers or whatever you like. For you. And I give her a hug. And I say, "To Allie." And
Hey!
Yeah, to Rally.
After Fiala sits down, I'm going to stand up. And I'm going to go over and I'm going to put my arm around Ali, and I'm going to be like, "You've been a pain in my ass from the day we met, and may you be a pain in my ass till the day we die."
Here, here!
And I give her a box.
to Allie.
I give her a box with a book in it. This is from me. well, kind of me and Fiona, but you know, she gave you her scale, so I get to give you this.
What is the title on said book?
Trap finding for dummies.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Awkward.
Yeah, that's what we got her.
See, it's funny because you're not a
Who's
dummy,
next?
but you really need it.
I'll go up to Ellie and go, yeah, may you live to next year.
Right, you live till next year.
Mate, you live till next year. And what is your gift?
It's a holder for the bow to hold it in between the two rapiers that she has.
So your harness that you use to carry your rapier, your crossed harness across your back, this is designed to sit in between that on the back harness. It's got buckles you can attach it, and it will hold the Apollo's bow. It's designed for a bow with no string. So not unlike the way that Neymaris carries her two-handed sword. It's a very similar sort of setup to that. So it's like the bow will go through it and it will sit there quite nicely. So, lastly, it.
Righto, Allie.
And Hit puts his loot down for a moment.
I've got a few things here for you. The first one is some books. Here you go.
It's another copy of the Trapped for Dummies. But there's another book. It's a bit more intricate of a tome, and it says The Art of Trap Finding by Fidi Marger. And then he gives you another sort of couple of rolled up scrolls. And one is a scroll of trap finding, and the other is a scroll of luck with 3 charges. The trap finding has 1 charge. The scroll of luck has 3 charges at level 1. And then amongst the scrolls, there's a child's drawing, basically, of how to find a trap, like with arrows and stuff.
It's basically a comic book with showing you how to find a pitfall trap, a spike trap, and a just basic traps. But the pictorial was telling you where not to stand. What to it's really a real basic, simple child's drawings, but you get the picture.
And I have one last thing for you. That it's from me, kind of to everyone but to you.
And he picks up his loot and goes and sits nicely on a table, and he starts strumming along. He says,
Lady in red, go dance with Sadiq, cheek to cheek.
and he carries on. and with that, cast command.
Oh, it's figuring.
I cast command at the same time.
And who is the command affecting? Alishodris or both of them?
Alishodris, basically to make her go up and dance with Sadiq. So obviously Sadiq can stop. But I'm just...
Okay, so what's the save on that?
That is Wisdom 17.
Wisdom save, Alishodris, please. You're muted, Trash. You're muted.
I'm using my luck to re-roll.
You have inspiration as well.
What?
You just got given an inspiration as well.
Okay.
Can't use both. You can't use both, but you can. If you want to use your luck to re-roll, you have to take the second roll.
Fuck.
What's the second roll?
9.
So you failed the check, and so you, without really thinking about it, you put your big cup of ale or whatever you were drinking down, and you walk over to Sadiq and ask him to dance.
I hope you know how to dance, because I don't.
We'll give it a bash.
The Sadiq.
I hand her over to Bash.
Bash accepts and grabs you around. Bash is probably 2 or 3 inches taller than Sadiq, but grabs you around the waist, grabs your hand, and starts leading you in a dance that matches the song that Het is playing. Bash is going to roll a 24 on his performance check. So, funnily enough, guys, Bash is a very, very good dancer. A well-accomplished dancer, it seems, and leads Ellie in a not unlike a waltz, a little bit faster than a waltz. I'm assuming even with the lady in reds that it is playing, it's not as slow as a waltz, but it's a nice slowish kind of dance. Alishodris doesn't look overly comfortable, even though she's under the the command spell. How long does that last for?
Not long. I'll just check.
I think it's only a minute, isn't it?
I just rolled a performance check myself.
What was your performance check?
I rolled it.
Would be advantage because Bash is leading. So
with advantage, huh?
Yeah. Well, Bash is leading you, and he rolled pretty high. So
it lasts. Sorry.
Yeah, yours is average at best.
It only lasts one round, so he, as he's
6
playing the song,
seconds.
will continuously cast it until he runs out of slots in first.
So how many times can you cast it?
I'm going to keep it up for a minute.
Okay, so you'll play it. You'll do it as long as you're playing the song.
Yeah, 10 times. Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll play it for until you get like a 60-second rendition of the song, which is enough time to give everyone a see that Alishodris' dancing skills aren't flash. Serviceable, but not flash. Bash, however, is very graceful in the way that he moves for such a big dude. After the completes, he takes you both hands, Alishodris, and bows graciously to you and gives you a kiss on your hand and returns to his giant mug of whiskey, which he's probably down 2/3 of already. He's starting to get a bit of a glow on. With you'll know he loves to drink. Everyone else is enjoying the evening. Bella.
I put my hand on Namars's fluffy pink shoulder and like, she looks so beautiful.
I just give Yayla a big hug and I'm like, yes, she does. You're leaking.
She's all grown up.
So through the rest of the evening, Alishodris, at any point during this evening, do you try and make an escape? You muted, Trash.
Yes.
At what point, we'll say that it's been going for a couple of hours, at what point do you try to make your escape?
Towards the end, like when people have had their fill of drink and all that.
Okay, so you'll probably find Coram is probably one of the first to leave. He doesn't stay too long. He didn't want to impose. He approached you toward about midway through and bid you good evening and wished you again a happy birthday, and made his exit. Lionel and a lot of the other guild members probably do the same. So towards the later evening, the only people that would be left would be your immediate friends. Bash is probably still drinking at this point. Seth's still milling around. He's dealing with the frogs.
And my friends, are they still drinking?
I'd say most of them are drinking, yes. So by this evening, Namaris is not drinking at all.
No, she's decided she's gonna be sober for tonight, just in case.
Clever.
Somebody needs to be.
So I'd say everyone else would have been drinking. So with that, I need everyone who is drinking by this stage to make a con save for me. I'm sure Alishodris, yours will be at disadvantage because you don't drink very often. So with the size of your first drink that you said that you were taking, I'd say you would have guzzled it rather quickly. So yours will be at disadvantage. Hit your roll.
17.
You're feeling pretty good. You are getting a little tipsy, but you're just enjoying
Sweating
yourself.
it out on the loot.
Yeah, you've been playing and enjoying yourself. A bit of solo dancing on the stage with a bit of headbanging, all that sort of stuff. So you're not too bad. Fiala.
I am not drinking. I was only using it for toasts.
Okay, so you're not drinking either. You're fine. Namaris wasn't drinking. Sadiq. Sadiq's got an iron constitution.
20.
So, like I said, because Sadiq's got an iron. I don't know why I make you roll. It's kind of pointless. So Sadiq, you're doing great. You kept up with Bash. Even Bash is doing okay. He's got a pretty hardy constitution as well. Yeah, he's a dirty 19, so he's doing pretty good too. So, Alishodris, as you attempt to make your escape, I need you to make a stealth check at disadvantage. What was your constitution, by the way?
I'm not making any stealth checks, put it that way.
What was your constitution save?
4.
We're going to say you can still make a stealth check, though. It'll be -5 and at disadvantage.
Hang on. So -5.
Yep, and disadvantage. So
Yeah, disadvantage. So that would be 19.
Fiola's passive is higher than that, so she'd notice you trying to make your exit.
And with that, I'd be swaying all over the place.
You would be kind of staggery. So Namaris, what was your? You need to roll a perception. What's your passive, by the way?
10.
Yeah, so you need to roll an active perception. Fiona doesn't need to. You would notice. You've all been watching her anyway, so you would definitely notice.
2.
As much as Namaris is not drinking, she seems to be preoccupied by the frogs hanging around the.
No. I'm checking out Bash.
And probably checking out Bash. But you're probably more preoccupied with the frogs croaking and around the room too, wanting to shoot them probably. But so Fiala, you notice Alishodris attempting to make a staggery but swift exit, heading towards the back of the guild house.
And am I able to catch up with her before she gets it?
Oh yeah,
okay.
definitely. She's
where
very staggery at this point.
are you going?
I was going to the fair.
You're not leaving the party, are you? Because the bathrooms are...
No, not going, no.
And by this stage,
Yeah.
Sadiq, you would now know what was going on. So if you wish to do your thing, you can.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, from like behind the bar, put the peg in the ground and then just a couple of taps onto it to knock it into the ground.
And I just look at Sadiq like to see if I need to cast the spell or just wait.
He's probably given you
Okay.
a nod to say that, hey, you're all good.
Well, I'm gonna
With your
go
passive, you
dancing.
definitely notice, yeah.
If you need anything, Allie, just let me know.
Well, I'm good.
Okay, honey. Happy birthday. I'm gonna go dance.
So, Ellie, as you attempt to make an escape out the rear entrance of the guild house, you get to the door. Easily enough, you're able to open the door. However, as you try to step through the door, you find that you can't. As much as you want to take that step out through the threshold, it just for some reason you just are unable. You can go walk back into the room, you turn, you go back to the door, but you get there and you stop dead, and you can't lift your feet to take that step outside. From the door, you can see the nice new full moon. But you just can't seem to get outside.
What's going on? Hey, I'm moving. Right. Gotta get another drink.
You're going to head back now and get another drink?
Yep.
So with that, you guys all, by this point, you would have noticed that she's gone. And you, after about 15 minutes, I would imagine, of her trying to get outside, you see a very dejected Alishodris walk back into the main guild hall.
Walk up and get another jug of me or something.
No problem.
I'm gonna miss this full moon.
Hey, Ellie, this one's for you. Ellie was a young girl. She had a heart of stone.
And he rambles on to,
And it's 18 and life to go.
and he carries on.
Do you tell anyone about your need to get out to the full moon? Have you even spoken to anyone about the bow and what you needed to do?
Nope.
Do you say anything to anyone at this point? Before you get too hammered.
I need to get outside. I gotta go to the moon. Moon. I gotta sit moon. Yeah. Moon. Moon sit moon. Bow.
Are you saying this to everyone in the party? Because
Yep.
you actually...
Now, if I remember right, the guild hall goes onto a back area, like a courtyard.
It does.
That's out.
Like
That's
that.
open.
It is open, yes, but it's fenced.
He would be able to get out there.
He would be able to get out there.
Yeah, because it's not actually outside of the building itself.
Ah, okay then. So yeah, so you would have been able to get outside. Just wouldn't be able to leave the guild area. You'd be able to get outside to the moon.
So I'll be able to go up to my room then.
Yes.
Well,
Back
that's
at the moon.
yeah. I'm going back at the moon. I'll be back in 4 hours, maybe. So I head up to my room, grab my bow.
And yeah, you see her head up to the room. She staggers up the stairs, makes it okay. You manage to find your bow without too many hassles. You coming back down the stairs though, I need you to make a dex save for me.
At
At disadvantage, yes. No minus to it though, just a disadvantage.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. 16.
Oh, you're good. 16's good. You do stagger a bit. You might miss a step or two. Like, you know how you get... Sometimes you got the stairs with carpet on it, and you just miss it, just the edge of it with your heel, and you go down, like 3 steps.
The way ever.
And you don't fall, but you sort of stagger down the steps a little bit. Straighten yourself up, hold yourself up against the wall. Stagger...
I'm good.
Pretty much exactly that. You then eventually make your way out to the training yard at the rear of the guild house, where it's a little bit of cloud cover, but you can still see the new moon high in the sky. It's dark outside, but with the moon, there's definitely enough light for you to see. You dress and all, just plonk yourself out in the middle of the dirty fucking training yard, cross-legged, bow sitting across your lap.
I was thinking,
what are you going to do?
I was thinking more of my drunk state. I'd be lying flat on my back with the bow across my chest.
That works too. Does anyone follow to see what she's up to? Is the next question.
I'll go out and see that she's just laying there.
By the time you guys probably get out there, she's probably passed out. Sleeping, but she's clutching the Apollo's bow across her chest, with like her life depends on it. She's got a very solid grip on this bow.
Just leave her there. Yeah, she's not going anywhere.
You might go and grab a blanket just to chuck over her so she doesn't get cold.
Yeah, cool. With that, the evening comes to a close. Bash has passed out on one of the tables, face down.
Go and get a blanket, check over him so he doesn't get cold. Check him over my shoulder and take him upstairs.
Oh, he's gone. Like, he's well gone. But he's used to sleeping on tables and floors, and snoring rather heavily. You can attempt to take him up to your bedroom, but that's kind of rape considering he's not conscious.
I would. Who said I'd take
Can't rape the willing.
We could be.
It'd be a good idea just to leave him where he is. You know, he is a big fella.
I'll just get a blanket and cover him up.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you cover him up, he rolls into the fetal position and starts sucking his thumb.
Well.
Thank Mom.
Oh, the Mars, chuckle and go to bed.
So with that, what are the rest of you going to do this evening? The frogs Seth has cut down, deflated, and set free outside. The vines are still hung, but Seth has started sort of doing some basic cleanup. Said he'll come. Don't worry about it. I'll finish cleaning up but I'll just do a basic and I'll finish the rest in the morning.
Yeah, as long as he had a good night as well. But
He seemed to take. You can see him. He was having a few drinks too. Like he wasn't working the whole time.
yeah, well, catering. So that's the biggest part of it. Yeah.
So what are we all up to as the evening draws to a close?
I am going to release the frogs.
Seth already did that.
Oh, okay.
just
Well,
said
I'm
that.
not going to release the frogs. I'm going to go to bed.
Namaris retires to her chamber.
I would have gotten a slow dance in with Het, even though he was the band, and so we'd be a silent one, and then checked on Allie.
Silent but deadly.
Yeah, and quickly went to my room. So that would have been me.
No worries. Eventually, I'd say Sadiq would find his way to his chamber as well. Is there anything you wish to achieve before sleep?
I'll check on Allie first, and then.
Yeah, I mean, she's now got a blanket over her. She's
Just to make sure that she hasn't, puked on herself.
no,
or something.
she's sleeping pretty. I mean, she's pretty chuffed. I mean, she's got a bit of a smile on her face, which is kind of weird, but she's definitely asleep.
That's good. And then I'll go to bed.
It.
Right. Het goes to Yildri's door and knocks.
Hello.
Sorry, I saw you retreat to your room. I didn't want to intrude, but I just wanted to wait. Well, not wait too much to sleep. I have Scully and the Scrying Eye, and I wondered if there was anyone you wanted to see before we went to bed. If we could utilize it to check on enemies or friends or something. That I don't have a lot of people I want to check on right now. Most of everyone I know is dead. But can you think of any good use for it?
All I could think of is Ghosts, but I don't know if we could scry on Ghosts.
If you would like to, I can set it up to try.
Yeah, just to see what he's up to.
So, you. Second.
Is it okay to enter your room with Scully?
Hold on. Slams the door shut. Scuffle.
Does Het get the feeling something's going on?
Oh, definitely. There's definitely something going on. She's being very secretive.
Hang on. Okay. Opens the door. Okay, you can come on in.
What does he see when he comes in your room?
Very cold, icy-ish room.
It is very nice in here.
It is.
Just the kind of cooler I like. All right. I have to hold Scully up and sort of use it. Is it okay? You won't be able to see anything, but I can relay to you afterwards.
Okay.
And Het holds Scully up, the eye first in the sky.
Sorry.
That is awesome.
And he says, "Okay, let me see. What do I see?"
So, as you focus on Kosis, I just need to remember what the save is, because there is a save if someone does not want to be found. 1 second. I need to bring up the stats. Prison save. So, what is your spell save DC?
Is that my spell save, is it?
Yeah.
It is 17.
Teens. Wisdom save. Right, so as you focus on Kosis, his dragon form comes to mind, his humanoid form that you've seen a couple of times comes to your mind, and suddenly your consciousness is lifted out of your body as it was once before, traveling with speed through clouds and dark skies. Then it changes from dark skies to pitch blackness, and then to dark red skies. You are flying through this dark red sky, dark clouds, lightning flashes, and then it zooms ahead very quickly once again. And now what you're seeing, you're sort of looking down on a room. Looks like a castle room. The interior is dimly lit. It is kind of hard to see, even though you do have super dark vision. It is still kind of difficult to see what the surroundings, because of the scrying, how the scrying spell works. You see a humanoid figure standing, looking at a map. He has his back to you at this point, but the way he's dressed and his hair, you can tell this is the humanoid form of your mortal enemy, Akosis. He appears to be talking to someone which you can't really see. He says, we need to strike here and here. We need to find the weakest point to attack. We need to send your army within the next week. Strike this location. And then you hear off to the just out of shot of cameras. It's quite blurry, but you hear, "Yes, will be done. My minions are preparing as we speak."
Do I recognize the voice?
It's not a voice you've heard before, but
Okay.
it is whispery and hissy. A lot of the words, especially ones ending in S, are held and almost snake-like in a lot of respect. But Kosis then stands upright, and you see him peer slightly over one shoulder towards your point of view, and then he turns and clasps his hands together and turns again to whoever he's talking to and says, "It appears we have a visitor."
Hello.
He doesn't respond, but he looks at you, and then his eyes flash with a brilliant red and then turn to a dark emitting shadow. And I need you to make a wisdom save, please.
13 plus 5, 16, 18.
Unfortunately, that is a failure. As the scry ends and thrusts you backwards, Fiala, what you see is Het is thrown backwards 20 feet across the room into the wall. You also suffer 42 points of psychic damage as an intense pain hits you right in the brain. Like your skull feels like it's going to explode. And the scry has ended.
Scully, are you alright? Scully, talk to me.
Rush over, and if I can see that he's hurt, I'm going to cast heal.
Oh, you can see that he's in definite pain. His eyes are extremely bloodshot. Almost every blood vessel in his eyes have been burst, so his eyes are almost filled with blood. He has a trickle of blood coming from his left nostril. He has taken pretty substantial damage in this attack, whatever it was.
I'm so sorry. And I guess heal, he gets 70 hit points. Cures blindness, deafness, and any diseases.
Holy shit.
So you're back to max health.
I grab his face. You okay?
Wow, that was intense, dude.
You remember everything that happened in the scry. For a moment it was a little hazy, but then it sort of, as you refocus and sort of bring yourself back to composure, you can recall what you saw and what you heard.
That was hard out. Okay, so I seen him in a humanoid form. He was in like a castle room that was dimly lit. He was looking at a map. There was someone else there that I couldn't see, but they were very whispery, very sissy sounding. Another voice. They're going to strike in a week, but I don't know where.
I was just wondering if he was close to Allie's party, but this is worse. This is a lot worse.
Roll a perception check for me, Het, to see if you can remember. Intelligence, history. Make it history. Just to see if you can recall what the map was. Because it wasn't the focus, but.
Okay. Yeah, it was out of focus, you said?
Yeah.
That makes sense, because with a natural 1 plus my history, that is 2.
No.
A natural 1. Yeah, so you struggle to... You're trying to recall what you saw on the map. Because it was slightly out of focus, you weren't able to make out any landmarks. It was definitely a map of Paradigm. That much you were able to determine, but you weren't able to remember or recall exactly where he was pointing on that map. The only thing you can pull from that was somewhere in the north-ish of Paradigm.
It's in the north, Ildry, but when he saw me or the scry, I don't know how this works, but the eye sees him, and I think he doesn't see me, he sees something else. Man, I don't know what he did, but that hurt a lot. It was kind of fun at the end, but not during the pain bit.
So someplace in the north. That's obviously a town of some kind.
Ildry, what is going on in here? What are you doing every night? There are some weird things going on.
And that is where we're going to call tonight's session.
I thought you might say
Hold that thought. We're 10 minutes over already, so we'll call it there. We'll get back to that conversation next week. So, chat. An interesting evening for us this evening. The birthday celebrations went relatively well. Much like I expected they would. Well done, Trash. No worries, Jax. Have a good one, buddy. We'll do a quick round the table for moments. Chat, if you got any moments, just at Evildoer TB in the chat and give me a moment that that stands out for you tonight, and I'll read it out. So, firstly, Fiala / Mergel, a moment from you, please.
My belly hurt laughing so hard tonight. A head in the room with the innards. That was hilarious. I thought that was funny. The noises that Allie made in the bathroom were a very surprisingly good role play from Allie again. So I'm going to leave it open for everyone else.
And with that, we will move on to Alishodris, the lady in red.
The girl's doing so well trying to hide information.
Yes. An interesting failure on their part. Is that it for you, Trash?
Yep.
Neymaris.
I have to say it was Alishodris in the bathroom really cracked me up this evening. Yep. And the Fiala and Het. Oh, smells like somebody's bought us dinner.
Of course. And Sadiq.
Enjoyed the banter at the end in between Het and Fiala with the whole, what are you doing in here? Like, oh, I know what's going on in there. And Allie trying to get away when she can't. She knows for damn fact that we've made sure that she can't.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Again, well done, Trash, with actually playing the game and making the role play coincide with that, rather than doing what you know as a person rather than what you know as a character. I think you've done exceptionally well sticking to the character. Definitely. Het.
I think Sadiq just that first place where me and Sadiq walked into to get our clothing, and he was just like saying, "Oh, I need to patch this up. My body size has changed a bit." I thought that was quite amusing. So just something that stuck with me for the most of it. And of course, Ali's toilet noises were hilarious too. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it simple tonight.
Okay. I've got a few things. I'm gonna steal this from Yanti. She put it in the chat, but yes, the blowing up of the frogs as balloons. I did not see that coming, although that was kind of interesting and funny.
Kind of just pulled that out of my ass.
Well, it's where all the good stuff comes from. Ask Ali. That's came out of her ass too. Sadiq's suit and needing to be adjusted because he's put on a little husk. Is growing in size, but also Sadiq's idea of the anklet, the Home D bracelet. I thought that was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant.
That's actually in a campaign.
Oh, really?
I actually stole that. Yeah, it's actually in a campaign. They use it to keep prisoners. Yeah. That's now canon for this campaign. It's going to be a thing. So yeah, it's actually a really good idea. There's basically it's one's the prisoner ring, one's a warden ring, pretty much. So what they do is they put it on you, and then they throw you in a cell, and they put the warden ring against the gate, so you can't approach the gate.
Nice.
But there's a way to get around it. But yeah, it's
anything magical is probably a way to get around it. But no, I thought it was just dropping it in the campaign randomly like that was awesome. The whole
reading campaign.
Yeah, I mean everyone's idea for their dresses and the way they were dressed for the birthday was pretty cool too.
I forgot about that.
So everyone with that actually taking your armor off and just relaxing for an evening and having a good time with your friends. It's just something I don't think we've actually done that at all through this entire campaign. There's been no real downtime stuff. It's always been in armor. You take your armor off to sleep, obviously, but there's never been really that typical downtime on this sort of level. We've had a little bit with Fiala and Het going to dinner and stuff, but as a entire group, as a party, there's been no real full-on downtime, which I thought was kind of cool. The Kosis part, yes. Het's reaction and the way that you reacted when I gave the damage to you, that was brilliant. And obviously Fiala's reaction with that as well, and that heal, 70 points, holy crap.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm going to have to remember that for future encounters. She has a very big heal. Let's store that away.
Does it make you limp?
So, the roasted chicken, I have to say the innuendo of the pearl necklace by Het, you sadistic bastard Orbazm.
Yes. Yeah.
Blue Jay, evildoer TV ruining my dinner despite him not being fully descriptive about the poop. I thought I was doing pretty well not to be overly gross about it. I was trying to do it in such a way where it was leaving, I mean obviously it left it up to your imagination, but I wanted to be a little bit more interesting. So that kind of worked. The Kosis RP was pretty cool. I mean, again, I hadn't expected the Scry on Kosis, so I had nothing prepared. So I winged it.
That's good.
Baz knows who the other person is. If he doesn't, I'll be surprised.
Oh, I
Het does not. Yeah. Baz does, Het doesn't. But yeah, so that was actually... Baz, that actually gave me the perfect opportunity to introduce that particular person and the situation that I've got that coming into. So that actually worked out pretty well.
Cool.
So I was wondering how I was going to tie it in and what I was going to do with it. So that's actually given me the tie-in I needed. So that worked out really well. Hey, Blue Jay, then you fit in here very, very well because this entire panel has dirty imaginations. Oh, the 2 books for dummies. Yeah, we can't not mention the 2 traps for dummies books that Alishodris was given. And of course, Korum's speech about Ali finding traps with her face. But that is it for us tonight, guys. As I said, the gaming streams are not fixed schedule, but there will be some next week, so I'm not working next week until Saturday. Actually, no, it's the Saturday after, isn't it?
No, it's the Saturday after.
Yeah, so I got 2 weeks where I'm not working, so we'll get some gaming streams in. As I said, I'm probably going to be focusing more on likes of Call of Duty, maybe some PUBG. So if anyone has PUBG or Call of Duty, the Warzone, I'm going to be doing some Warzone and Plunder regularly. And I'm probably going to look at doing some PUBG regularly as well. I want to get back to where I was. For those that remember when I was on Mixer, I was a reasonably accomplished PUBG player or Battle Royale player, top 100 in Australia, the OC region for solos, and top 500 for squads and duos, thanks largely to Trash, because Trash was my duos partner in them days. And we had a range of people we used to squad with, Nutty, Hightower, Flado, Rapid. There was a whole bunch of people we used to squad with, but generally I think our main squad was Hightower and Rapid for a while there, wasn't it? And then Nutty joined us and brought our score right down. I'm kidding.
I was there
No,
the
you
whole
did.
way through.
You did.
Thank you very much.
I know. You actually did pretty well. You started getting better. You died first mostly, but you were getting better.
Somebody got to do it. So they can,
You made a good bullet
stay
shield. It was
tight.
good. So raiding. We should probably raid. Has anyone else got anyone that we can raid tonight, or are we just going to do our usual?
Oh, I saw. Oh no, they've gone offline.
I mean, Dreaded's on as usual, but we normally raid him.
Dreaded. And Tainted Filth's on.
We haven't raided Tainted for a while either, have we?
Imp Stout's on as well.
Is he playing D&D?
No, he's playing COD, but he's only got 7.
D&D, man. D&D.
Tainted Filth.
Righto, peeps, I gotta go.
No
I'll see you
worries. Catch you both.
Night.
We could raid someone else if you want. I mean, yeah, so Imp still, we haven't raided Imp in ages. I mean, Duke of Flux is on. Mr. Pookie's
Marcus is
on. George is on. Marcus is on. He's doing pretty well tonight. Miss Z. Let's raid Imp. We're not going to do a D&D raid tonight. We're going to raid Imp Stout. He's an Aussie streamer. He plays a lot of... He's playing Cold War at the moment, but he plays a lot of a game called Crunk, which is a first-person shooter. It's like cartoony, but really funny to watch. But he's a really good dude, cool streamer. I've been following him for a long time now. I think he used to play Battlefield 4 with us back in the day as well. So we're going to raid him. Do that. Control C.
Night, everybody.
Control V. Imp Stout. Start the raid. Hit the see you later button. We'll see you again. I probably will be streaming tomorrow night. I'm not sure what time. But come and hang out if you can. Bye.